Jawohl.
Yes.
Alright, we are go.
What the buck is up, every pony? Welcome
Hello.
back to another episode
Hello.
of The End Times, part 96.
Yeah, almost at the big 100.
Oh, I should probably mute the stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
You definitely want to do that. Don't want to hear
I
yourself.
want to extend a thanks to the wonderful map you've made for us.
Ah, yes.
This looks much fancier and definitely a lot easier to track where south and north is now.
Yeah, there's definitely a little thing there.
We got the crap. I forgot what the good and evil ranks are in Mass Effect. Renegade is the red, and what is it? Paragon is the good.
Yeah, Paragon. Yeah, that's a
Paragon
good.
and Renegade.
I will point out you seem to like the south side.
Well, I mean,
yes,
no
do,
offense
because
to the renegade.
we're getting better results with the Southern Mayor. He's more cooperative and ready to work toward our goals.
Yep, you definitely had made more headway with them. I believe we left off as you guys just basically getting to the settlement.
Right, and
It was
as a quick, sorry,
no, carry on.
as a quick recap, I keep forgetting. What are we here to speak to the Southern Mayor about? The ring and trying to find the stones to activate the portal to go to different locations. Correct?
I wanted to come here to pick up the magical rock.
Okay. And do we know where the rock is, or do we have to find it?
We know the South Mayor probably has it, and Nightshine wants to steal it.
Okay.
Straight
Do
up
we have,
steal it, okay.
do we have any business with the Northern Mayor?
No?
Okay.
Not as far as I'm aware, no.
I think we could take some time to get both of the mayors together to let them know about the situation with the army and how the invasion has been called off, but we're going to be unifying the nation, and so we're going to require their cooperation. Otherwise, 5,000 armed soldiers are going to be marching in and taking it by force. Hello, Pippin.
Yeah, he's started meowing. That was a very weak meow, Pippin. Do you really want to go outside?
It's a cot.
I
Alright.
think this is one of the cities they are not part of their territory and they won't try to invade.
Okay, he definitely wants to go out there. Mary going out as
Well, Southern, the Galloping Dam is not part of the annexed territories. This is still on the river southwest of Maymay's Reach, so this is still well within our own territories.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the humans marching in, at least not at the moment.
Correct. I believe you arrived at the settlement round about lunchtime. You just adjust the time to
What's that?
round about lunchtime.
Since we arrived on the northern part of the town, Milk Thistle will recommend, I think we should speak with the northern mayor first and let her know that we need to have a meeting between her and the southern mayor. Also, let's take a moment to absorb the culture here and see how well the two cities are getting along. If there's been any unity since the festival.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Let's try to just leave it by tomorrow so we don't spend too much time here.
Of course. I know that the southern mayor will likely invite us in, but the northern mayor really likes to keep to her schedule and wants to make appointments. So if we can only speak to the southern mayor, so be it.
Alright.
All right. My icon disappeared. Where did we go?
Your icon is just here.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna refresh because everything just vanished for me.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I
No,
don't
it's
see
in right here.
Nightshine.
Nope. All of our tokens disappeared, so I'm just gonna refresh. I know we're on the bridge.
I'm not.
No. Okay.
No, you're not. Are you hiding somewhere? or are you just not there?
I'm not there.
Oh, that's because you're not that important. I see. All right.
Uh, makes easier to steal stuff.
All right. Let's.
Anyway, you were saying Fizzle?
I was about to ask Alexandra. You haven't said much lately. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Sorry, I just got a lot on my mind.
Say,
I think with everything that's been going on, we can't really fault you on that.
Also, out of character, I'm tired as fuck.
It's okay.
it's
Not
me.
Shine.
Yeah,
We
there you
see
go.
you.
You've finally shut up.
It's a night shine.
The
Shall we
horror.
go to the?
All right. So some of the buildings are still labelled. Don't believe there was too much else that you guys had explored. I believe I've labelled everything except for the South Mayor's home, which
Actually, you have.
well, it's definitely not there.
Oh.
Where? Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, yeah, it'll be that one because it looks a bit more fancier.
Aha, that makes more sense. All right. Shall we go to the North Mayor and see if we can speak with her?
Yes.
Oh, North one. Sorry.
Yes.
Hallelujah, go.
What was that, Nightshine? Nightshine? You cut off.
Yeah, my battery is dying, so I can't be on push to talk. But I'm going to ask Lord Weasel to scout around the South Mayor's house while we are going to the north part.
Certainly. That'll help us find him a lot quicker.
No, I mean I want him to see if he finds any weapon. Wink, wink.
Well, it will take him a bit of time to reach that destination.
It will, but he does have 80 feet of fly speed, so he will be able to.
Yeah, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying that it will take a bit of time. While you guys go and visit the North Mayor's. Well, are you going to the town hall?
I believe that's where her office is.
Yes, it is. All right. So, upon entering the town hall, you've been here a number of times now. Your sort of memory comes back to you of what it is, and there is definitely a front desk there with a earthbound pony, a mare for recall, who seems to be sort of busy, sort of looking through a number of books and paperwork there. As you guys approach, she will look up at you all and go, "Here to make an appointment?"
No, we're here to speak to the mayor.
I'm afraid, unless you've got an appointment, then you won't be able to speak with the mayor.
Well, we do have critical affairs of state that requires her and the southern mayor.
Well, then, when would you like an appointment?
Immediately.
I'm afraid the soonest you will be able to see her will be first thing tomorrow.
Well, unfortunately, that's unacceptable. We have news of the army and swift political changes that will be happening to this city. So if she's not going to be present for this meeting, she will have to find out about it secondhand.
Well, I'm afraid she is elsewhere at the moment, engaged in other activities. So I wouldn't be able to get hold of her to inform her of some important meeting to do with armies and the south side. And as soon
Could
as
you tell us where she is?
I'm afraid I do not have her exact whereabouts at this moment in time.
Well, very
Who's
well.
she meeting with?
Well,
Who was it that she was meeting with?
And I believe that is none of your concern.
Well, what is of her concern is there is an envoy from Viljetown here. We will be meeting with the Southern Mayor. If she chooses to come and be part of that meeting, she may arrive, but we will be leaving by tomorrow.
Well, then I'll set your appointment up for in the morning then, because you clearly
No
will
need.
be here.
No need. If she wishes to be part of this, she may arrive when it's her convenience. Otherwise, we'll be gone.
All right then.
All right. Now, the Southern Mayor is either at his house or at the town hall. Shall we be on our way?
I suppose so.
Nightshine, Mr. Weasel will be able to find an open window on the top floor.
Aha! I'll give him a little high five.
You're not there.
Oh,
Dirt,
It's a high five emoji.
Because he flew off to the South Mayor's house, didn't he?
he did.
Yeah, so he find a window on the top floor. What's he doing?
He will. He will look as safely. I mean, he will safely look what he can find out. If there's any risk, he will just leave. But
Just
he
leave.
will. Yeah, if he sees anyone about the window, he leaves. But if there's no one, he will land on the window and look inside.
He won't see anyone initially, so I assume he'll be landing on the window. Looking in, he will see what appears to be a bedroom. Looks tidy. Everything seems to have a place. The bed is made.
How long would it take for him to take 20 on perception around the room?
A few hours, because that taking 20 is literally you going through like everything. So he'd be there for a few hours checking over the room because of his size.
So he
taking
should.
10
Okay,
is
yeah.
taking 10 is having a glance round.
I will roll for it.
Okay,
He will take a glance.
all right. What is he looking for? Anything in particular, or
If he can know for sure that this is the room of the important person, or if there's any cool stuff he can steal.
so looking around the room, there's nothing here what strikes you as this is anyone of major importance, at least as far as you can tell. As for things to steal, they're obviously paintings, which will be a bit difficult. You would have a silver, some silverware there, a jug, something that looks like a jug, a rather large bowl. Those would be the main things in the room, which I can think of would be of worth.
He he will examine the large ball. Is it just a treasure?
It's got some decoratives around the outside. It's quite a large bowl. Lord Weasel probably would be. I'm assuming he's the same. He's still the same size as he's smaller, tiny.
Diminutive, I think.
Then he would be able to sit in this and have a bath, basically, and there will still be room for another about 4 of him in there.
Anything that looks like magical writing?
Not that he can tell.
He will leave by the window and see if he can find any other entrance.
Right. This isn't the only window open. There are a few others around the building, I should say.
Anyone that looks like it leads to a bedroom or a treasure room?
Nothing what looks like a treasure room. A few look like they go into a bedroom.
he will take his time doing the same thing again and again, as long as he feels safe doing it.
Yeah, I mean the bedrooms look fairly similar in most of them. One of them does have a few more portraits of the South Mare, which you can probably assume this would be, or you can assume this may be his room. And it's got a few more fancier sets of like furniture in there. The bed looks nicer. The wash area does. The wardrobes, all those sort of things have definitely got a bit of a step up in regards to how well they look.
Uh, Lord Weasley is gonna roll perception, and out of character, I do remember that Lightning gave him a priceless artifact from the Ruminants, and I kind of want to know if maybe Lord Weasel sees it.
Okay.
Uh, Finally,
Nope. He doesn't see anything of any real value or anything that stands out like a ruminant artifact.
he feels sad and leaves.
I will also point out it wasn't the South Mare that it was given to, I believe. It was given to the South Mare's father. Or no, was it grandfather?
Oh yeah,
Grandfather, I believe.
yeah, I feel,
I have a letter.
I feel down.
That's fine. Mr. Weasel flies back to you and gives you a little squawk of what he found, and then you suddenly have an epiphany going, oh, it wasn't him.
Shine feels down.
That's fine. It was a while since you were last galloping down.
Yeah.
I can't expect you to remember everything. I mean, even I forget things occasionally. So I'll let you off.
This time.
Yeah. Mwah. All right. So you guys cross the dam and to the south side. And where do you guys go from here?
We need to go up to the town hall right here, right?
I mean, you don't have to.
Well, the last time we met with the mayor, he was not at the town hall. He had to be sent for. There's a good chance he's going to be at his house.
All right. We
Oh,
go
yeah.
away.
We could
No,
probably
I mean,
go
we
to
can-
the town hall before the house.
Not John. Any word from pardon me, Lord Weasel?
Uh, I try to remember if in character Nightshine knew that the mayor was just acting as a puppet for someone else or not. Don't remember if Nightshine knew it.
We did speculate that he's part of a group, like a fraternity, but I don't think we ever established he himself was a puppet.
And we never established who he answered to, so
Correct.
Nightshine is just gonna shake his head sadly.
Oh, okay. I think we should. Why did I say that? I think we should go to his house.
All right.
All right. You head to his home. You've been there before, so you've got a good idea of where it is. You approach it and give obviously a knock. After a few moments, the door is opened by a stallion who looks very much like a butler, and you do get the sort of sense that he is sort of sizing you all up before he then goes, "How can I help?"
Good afternoon. We're an envoy from Villager Town. We need to speak with Mayor Hart.
I believe he's currently doing business at the town hall. He sort of looks to the side and then looks back to you. Yes, his mealtime should be over. That is his most likely location. I can also take
Thank
a
you.
message if it is something you wish to leave a message about.
Simply know that it is of great importance because we have information regarding the reshaping of the land, and so we need to speak with him as soon as possible. We'll be at the town hall if he happens to return here and we miss him.
Understood. Will you be at the town hall all day?
Until he's available. Hopefully it won't take too long because it is urgent.
Understood. I will inform him if should he return here.
Thank you.
Milk,
Yes.
do you remember how you agreed to have someone from his choosing to be part of the council?
I believe it was. Oh, yes, yes, I do recall that. Did they ever arrive in Belgetown? They weren't mentioned during the meeting with the general, asking the GM.
I don't think they were sent up as of yet. You were going to indicate it as part of an agreement of the city helping. Obviously, they sent stone up and stuff like that, and as well as sending stone, they were to accept a council member in return.
Yeah.
You never told the other council that,
Whoops.
Actually, we did.
did you?
No. Yeah, when we returned to Belgetown, I believe it was the meeting that Nightshine and I had alone because Alexandrite and Lightning were off doing their own thing. The Duchess, of course, was not very keen on the idea, but I don't recall the other counselors voicing any opposition to it.
I personally don't remember that being brought up to them, but you may have done so.
Okay, I could be mistaken, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm almost certain we did bring it up.
if you did, definitely she would have been dismissive of it. One of the council members, well, two of the council members have been replaced since then, and the other one is Lord Skystriker. So, yeah, I mean that the only person's opinion who would have mattered still at this moment would be the Duchess, and that's pretty much how she would react if you did report it. I might have to double check that one, but it definitely wasn't open. If it was mentioned, it was not welcomed with open hooves.
All right. Well, we'll make sure to bring that up in our meeting with Mayor Hertz. Do you
Yeah.
remember his first name?
Stoneheart.
Stoutheart, yeah.
Stoutheart. That's it. Thank you.
Right, so you guys make your way to the town hall. I assume you're going inside.
Yep.
Right, going in, it's almost identical layout as the other one. Funny that. And very sort of similar attire inside. You've got reception, which you will, you're expected to walk up to, and you know exactly where the doors that lead to the mayor's office is as well. The receptionist behind there will look up and go, hello?
Good afternoon. We need to speak with Mayor Stoutheart.
I believe he's just in a meeting with someone at the moment, but if you don't mind waiting, once it's done, I will see if he can see you.
Well, please inform him that envoys from Belgetown are here and it's of urgency.
Are you okay to wait for a little bit?
We can wait.
Like I said, once he's done, then I will go and inform him. It shouldn't be too much longer, I would have thought.
All right. Milk Thistle will prep some tea.
So she shows you sort of a waiting area where you can go and sit down and relax. There's nowhere really designed to set up. Well, there's no sort of like cooking station or area, so to speak.
Can they at least bring me some hot water?
No.
She will see what she can do, but they'll be certain that somebody from the kitchen can bring you hot water.
Okay. Nightshot, I'm very impressed with your self-control. You didn't jump off the bridge once today.
Not yet.
He's not the only one to jump off the dam. I've done it as a character.
Oh, okay. I was like, to be fair, I did it just to save his ass.
Well, I technically did it to plug a hole in the dam by using my body as the plug.
Nice.
Very smart.
I mean, is it a tradition? Am I going against the culture here? Instead of the running of the dam, is the jumping of the dam?
Only if necessary.
Okay.
Unless there's a hole in it, I'll let you off. Anyway, so you guys are left waiting for a few minutes. You are given tea. Not tea, you're given hot water after about 5 minutes. It's brought up in a nice little, on a dish, in its own teapot, because obviously they boiled it up and transferred it into a vessel which is normally designed for hot water, and they will leave it with you. They do take the tray away.
And Milk Thistle will brew some jasmine tea today.
You guys are left sort of waiting for well, you arrived about 8 minutes past. You see the doors open at obviously 25 minutes past, and you can see the mayor. He's clearly talking to two other ponies as they head out, and he gives a wave goodbye to them. As he obviously turns to talk to the receptionist for a moment.
As those ponies are leaving, I'm going to roll perception to see if they have the same ring that Mayor Stoutheart does.
Actually, that's a that actually makes sense. Let me just get.
I was gonna roll, but I was gonna look at the rings. I was.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, what were you going to look for, Alex?
Just to see if there's kind of like an air of importance, or like what type of ponies these are, like.
Yeah, you can throw out knowledge and ability.
Right, sure.
Bernard's gonna roll perception to see if he can spot any rings on their fingers that look like they're from nobility or something along those lines.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Things are coming through. All right. So
Good tea.
So for those of you who are looking for rings, you can see rings. Milk Thistle, you can't. Trying to work out if somebody's ring is of a particular thing from the distance you are is extremely difficult. So unless you get up close and actually have a better look at the hand, you're not going to be 100% sure what type of ring is on their finger. But they are wearing rings, as best. Well, I say rings because ponies don't wear rings; they wear bracelets.
Or bracelets, yeah.
Yeah. So
Are the rings we're looking for? Are they set with the stone?
The ring or the bracelet what you saw the mayor wearing, I believed it was a signet to do with the students, wasn't it? And he said it was given to him by his grandfather. Correct?
Correct.
Cool. So you see, and it was basically there was something on it what basically bared that mark. It wasn't a gem, so to speak. It was there was in sort of a large area where there was the engraving of it. You are seeing these ones do seem more decorative than what that was. These ponies are wearing more decorative bracelets.
Okay.
Alex, based on the way they're dressed, sort of, and that sort of thing, you would guess they're probably not necessarily of a noble or a well-known noble family, but they definitely have the sense of wealth behind them.
Okay.
But they don't strike you as anyone well-known.
All right.
As the receptionist points you guys out, and you and the mayor looks over in your direction, he gives you a smile and basically comes trotting up to you. Ah, welcome back. It's been some time. I hope everything
Thank
has
you.
has gone well, and you'll come to give me good news.
Things are certainly going better than expected. I do believe we need to speak privately before we start sharing information, though.
Oh, of course. Come with me. And he will waddle back to his office with obviously you guys in tow.
Milk Thistle will bring you.
Yeah. He will obviously sit, go behind his desk, sit in his chair, and does sort of push a bowl towards you, going, "Anyone for some hard candy?"
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yes.
um, he will also help himself to some hard candy as well.
I'm just gonna give it to Lord Weasel.
It's probably the size of his head.
Perfect.
Uh, as he sort of chomps on the, well, sucks on the candy, I should say at this point. Um, so, what news do you bring me?
For the time being, the invasion of the human army is being staved off. We had to offer some land and annexation, but we will not be taken over by human authorities, nor will they be immigrating and bringing their religion and their civilians into our territories.
That sounds like, well, somewhat mission success, unless you're coming to tell me that you gave away my city.
Not quite, but there are going to be some political changes that you need to be made aware of. It has been it has been determined that we cannot live as individual city-states. We need unity, and we have to bring all of our cities and our territories under one single banner and a ruler. And your town will be brought into that.
Well, as long as we see some benefits back, I can't see too much of an issue with that. Uh, is there a single ruler? Are they a queen, king, empire? I mean,
We
At
we
least not yet.
Not yet. We are still currently under the authority of the council in Villagertown. Villagertown will be set up as the capital as it once was, but we will eventually have a single ruler. But we need to take things one step at a time.
oh, I see. Interesting. Are they looking for candidates?
No, not at the moment. However, rest
Well,
assured, Nightshine.
that wouldn't be a terrible idea.
In the meantime, you can expect Galloping Dam to to maintain a measure of, crap, I forgot the word, autonomy. It will need to come under the banner, and the citizens here will be expected to pay taxes of a sort, but in return, you will receive security as well as open trade routes. Almost what we have established beforehand when we visited, but on a more secured level. We've bought some time against the human army, but they will be much closer and developing territories of their own. And Milk Thistle will pull out the map to show them where the border is going to be. They're going to be following the geometry of the land, not geometry, the geography of the land, as you can see here.
No.
But your territory is, this city is well beyond there.
Oh yes, I can see. So we got nothing to worry about here. That's good. Though I can tell you now, taxes won't be very popular. Well, let's not tell everybody about that just yet. I think.
What we are hoping for is a smooth transition and submission to central authority, because those who don't submit will have thousands of armed soldiers marching into the town to take it by force.
Oh, well, we certainly wouldn't want something like that, would we? But
Certainly not.
I'm sure we can. I'm sure uh, the civilians will be more than happy to possibly pay a little bit more gold well, should more work and other benefits come their way.
We certainly want to have a strong, healthy society, all under a single banner, so that we can have unity. We do not want to oppress the people here. I do know the transition is going to be rather jarring because it's been many years since we've had any centralized authority, but this city and the land will be stronger as a result of it. And we want there to be pride in the new land that's going to be formed.
Hmm, I see. Well, it's not going to happen overnight, I suppose. It's going to take some time to at least iron it all out. But well, at least I know it's coming, and I can make some preparations. Well, at
We
least
did
prepare for it anyway.
we did attempt to have the Northern Mayor a part of this meeting, but unfortunately she was not available. So she will have to find out on her own. Would you be willing to have a meeting with her to inform her of the coming changes?
I'm sure I can send her a letter informing her of such. Do you have anything official from Ville that I can use in regard to this?
Hmm. I suppose Nightshine could write something up to make it official.
I have no authority invested in me by them.
Yeah, you don't have any like official stamp or anything like that. That would just be a letter.
Well, out of character, we did, or rather Milk Thistle did appoint us as official envoys, even though that was not given to us as an authority, but we're still doing the work.
Yeah.
So, if nobody's going to take responsibility for this, I think we should.
It's just that more that you don't have anything official from Ville that would grant what you're doing with legitimacy. So, like I said, like a sealed, an actual seal that he would be able to use to indicate the importance of it to this North Mayor.
Yeah,
In
best we're
vacancies
just
of-
messengers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Andrew, say again?
At best, we are just messengers.
Yeah.
True, but in vacancies of authority, somebody should step in and take charge. Here's what I'm thinking. If we're going to be acting as official envoys, why not just create that authority for ourselves? Like, we could craft an official seal, um, like with the Queen's banner that Bernd is carrying on his back. We could use that as the official seal and create the paperwork ourselves.
We would be stepping out of our place.
I don't think so. We'll be stepping into a vacant place. If nobody's going to claim it, then we should.
Yes, but who's going to recognize our authority?
Well, the cities are either going to submit or they'll be forced to submit. I mean, the changes are going to happen whether they choose to believe it or not. If they need official documentations with an official seal, we can create that for them if it'll be easier.
We can arrange that when we are back in Village Town, but right now anything we do will be void of meaning.
And we came here a little bit unprepared then. What we could do, I could send a message back to Lord Crystalheart and have him write up official documentation and then have messengers send those documents out to the different cities, probably a Pegasus flyer, if there's not a faster way.
I think that's the best we're going to be able to do right now. We weren't even really coming here for official reasons. We just wanted to stop by for Nightshine's thing.
Well, the North Mayor sort of goes to, the South Mayor goes to you. Oh, if you've not got anything too official, I'll be sure to pass on the message, just as you have done as a courtesy.
Thank you.
As it sounds like you're here on more official, unofficial business, so to speak. He
You could
says,
say that.
he says, giving you a wink.
Any chance we can meet with your grandfather, I believe?
Um, if he will see you, he should be in the gentleman's club.
Oh.
Or Gentle
What?
Stallion Club, I think it was. I can't remember.
Sounds fancy. What are they doing there?
What do you think?
Uh, I imagine they drink because people like to drink.
Let's see. They drink, they stare at the pretty mares, and they do well, not unspeakable, but lewd things with the pretty mares.
When you're
I
rich
see.
and powerful, they let you do it. You don't have to ask.
Oh, I should become rich and powerful myself.
Sure, why not?
I mean, it's an invitation only club. I can possibly have. He looks at the four of you. No, you're all stallions, so that's fine. I probably can't. It would be a little bit uncouth to have all of you visit, but I can certainly have a few of you go and spend some time there.
I believe two should be enough.
Certainly. Who will be? Which of you two will planning to go by?
I look at Milk.
Milk not Snow Nightshine. I believe the two of us would have the best interests at heart. No offense to Alexandra or Bird, but we're a bit more mentally equipped to handle this situation.
I just think we can talk about those big rocks which we need to deliver.
Fine. I do not wish to spend any time in such a place anyway.
I mean, there's more important things that need to be done anyways.
May we attend tonight because we do need to leave out by tomorrow.
Well, this invitation will let you in now if you wanted to.
Wonderful.
He does say, I would recommend changing your attire if you wish to go in though, as your wilderness look would definitely be frowned upon. Even with an invitation, you'd probably be turned away.
Milk Thistle looks down at his scarf and he realizes he's been sweating in it. Oh, yes, I see your point.
I don't have any more clothes.
How much are noblemen's clothes? 1 gold?
I think a little bit more than that.
Not much more, like maybe 3.
You're asking for noblemen's.
Nobleman clothes. Pathfinder. I mean, if we need to dress the part, I don't think there's anything wrong with. Oh, it's actually quite expensive, 75 gold.
Yes.
A would-be noble also needs a signet ring and jewelry worth 100 GP.
Oh, well, that's just to make you a proper nobleman. I mean, they would see through that you're not proper nobleman. You're just dressing up as them, which is, as long as you're wearing something clean and at least not a venturing outfit, then you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah,
He's
Corniston's outfit is 8 gold.
I mean, what is your under outfit basically you guys wear?
Milk Thistle doesn't wear armor of any kind. He just has his bag of holding and his religious robes.
Okay, so you wear a cleric's outfit.
Yes.
Okay.
But they are purple with gold scrolls around the hems and the hood, so I still think he looks fancy enough.
Yeah, so cleric garb probably would be just okay. Nightshine, what do you wear?
Scholar's outfit.
Scholar's outfit. As it's you two going in, he sort of thinks, you might be okay though. Um, with obviously you doing that, I think that pretty much cleans you, doesn't it, Milk Thistle?
It's like a full body prestidigitation that lasts for 24 hours.
He looks to Nightshine. Don't suppose you can give him one of them?
I can prestidigitate myself if needed.
Well, if you you make yourselves a bit smarter and brush your mane and tail a little bit, then you guys should be okay with what you go in with. It'll be the other two in their clunky armour who wouldn't get far.
Let's see. Nightshine, I believe we could go shopping and get yourself a fitted suit. It's not beyond our budget.
I don't have any money left.
I do. I'll purchase it for you.
Ah,
Alright, so clothing, high fashion fine as a level 3 item and it's 55 GP. I presume we could find a place suitable to get Nightshine something of that caliber, correct?
Oh god, yeah.
Okay.
You'll have to probably go to the north side, as that's the place where more sell those things. But yes, you would be able to buy that.
Alright. Well, Mr. Mayor, we will get Nightshine some proper attire and then we will return right away.
also there's a Pathfinder 2 item, I believe you just read.
Yeah, I think it was as well, because I'm like, level 3?
Oh, it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, that 55 gold in Pathfinder 2 is much more expensive. Okay. Derp.
A Noble's one is 75.
That's what I read originally. Okay. Then yes, that's what I'll be buying for Nightshine. Just nobleman's clothes.
Hooray!
Okay, fair enough. Nightshine will look fancier than you.
Not a problem. Alright.
Hooray!
Let's see. Alexandrite, Nightshine, Burn, do y'all have knowledge local?
Let me see.
I do not think I do.
I have a rank in it, so yeah, I could roll.
Alright, if we could roll that and figure out where the finest fine shop is for clothing, that'd be good.
Alright, finest fine shop for clothing. Let's hope I roll high.
Finest thing.
You do not.
I live here.
Yeah, I better say, Alexandrite does have the advantage here of not having to make a roll.
Oh, that helps.
Nice.
Yeah. And he even lived on the north side. Well, he at least worked on the north side. I don't know where his home was. But yeah, Alexander will literally be able to take you to the place of your desire.
Alright.
You guys are just like, where's the fanciest place? And Alexander just starts walking like this way.
We'll return as soon as we're ready, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, I'll have your invitation ready.
Thank you.
So you guys will head over to one of the more fancier clothing shops on the northern side. For Nightshine's pick, for what you can have Nightshine that you can take away with is obviously a little bit more limited. Unless you don't mind something which doesn't quite fit but you can wear, then you've got a few more options. But what would you be looking for in an outfit? Or Milk Thistle even, as he's bowing it.
This will be Nightshine's outfit, so he can choose.
Mostly colours.
Got an idea.
Mostly colour is what I'm after.
A color. I don't know what goes well with purple.
Gold.
Green.
Gold. No, that's too much. Silver.
Nightshine in a zoot suit.
Maybe black.
Yeah, we could fix you up in a black robe or a black suit with silver cuffs. Or
Purple's one
yeah,
of
we
the.
could go with the dude suit. Get you a nice big fedora, pleated pants. Get you a nice big lapel and collar. Make it red with black stripes.
You got some sort of blues what tend to be okay with purple.
Royal blue?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was trying to think of what it was. Yeah, royal blue can go okay.
I I guess we can try.
You've
Oh
got
look, it fits perfectly.
you've got a dark. You can get a dark grey. That probably would be your two options that you would be able to find. The royal blue one would be one of those what fit a little bit nicer. The dark grey one is one that is you can wear, but it doesn't 100% fit type thing. They would need to make alterations for it to be a proper fit for you, which
I
they would take them a day or two to do. So it's not the sort of thing you have the
Red
option
actually
to
goes
do.
well with purple.
But
I
you can walk out with it though if you wanted to.
I think royal blue because I may need movement to run.
Okay, so the royal blue. And is this robes or a suit?
This is a suit.
I was gonna ask, what does the color have to do with your movement?
Yeah.
No, the other one, it may make me trip and fall while I run away.
It's unlikely to, but there's the likelihood it might become damaged if you. Yeah. No, I don't think it will
Yeah,
affect your movement. To be honest, it's just it
yeah,
won't be as comfortable.
uh, and I don't want to be too too bright. So yeah, dark blue is perfect.
Yeah, plus a fitted suit is much better than a colorful one.
I'm just thinking of my zebra that I play that wore like a rainbow suit.
All right. Um, with that, they ask if you want it packaged or if you plan to wear it out.
I will wear it out for the rest of my life.
Alright, so they would ask for obviously payment before they let you go and actually put it on.
And Milk will count out the 75 gold pieces and stack them up.
Then Nightshine is allowed to head to the changing room and get changed into his very fancy outfit.
Hooray! And now I mean, I need to decide what to do with my old clothes.
Put him in bed.
Pack them away.
Yeah.
I guess I can leave them on their ship.
Never know when you run into a gelatinous cube.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't wear these clothes for general of entry.
Aw.
I mean, unless you want to ruin them.
I can make my cleric friends mend it.
Milk, it's your sleeve.
Stop getting shot. These bloodstains are hard to get out. Alright. Make sure you add nobleman's clothes to your inventory.
Yeah.
I did.
Excellent.
I
Alright.
made them load now.
Alright. So with that, you are dressed for the part.
Alright.
Um,
Alexandra, Ernst, while we're in there, can you think of anything else that y'all need to do while we're taking care of business?
I can go visit my friends at the temple.
Could probably just take in the sights a bit. Maybe, just, I don't know. I guess I can hang around with Alexandra, right?
In your demon-faced armor?
Well, not so much. No, because remember this. The armor changes to the order. So being a Order of the Chain member, it's all like sort of prisoner garb, kinda.
Right, but it is still very imposing armor. Hell Knights are like they carry an aura of intimidating prowess.
True.
Yeah,
not
it,
trying to compete with the feet.
Oh yeah, you definitely get people avoiding you.
As a
it's like
matter,
that those armored guys from Final Fantasy 12.
Oh God. Yeah, makes sense.
as a
I'll
matter of fact,
just.
even while you're hanging around Alexandrite, you can let them know that the Chaos Knights have been reformed. Like, get people talking about it.
You know what? Yeah, that actually sounds really good. Yeah, he's gonna. He'll hang around with Alexandrite and he'll uh he'll inform people that the Chaos Knights are reforming.
Cool.
Because there's only been one time when I saw a paladin and a hell knight working together, and it was against a horde of undead. And let me tell you, those two powerhouses were smiting. Like, you get smite chaos, and the paladin gets smite evil. Oh my gosh, it was amazing to watch.
I
Okay.
I just had visions of Burnt going up to just a random civilian going, "Have you heard? The Chaos Knights have been reformed," and they just run off screaming.
The Chaos Knights are gonna kill us all. Wait, no, that's not what I said. Come back here, or I will destroy you.
Destroy us all! Destroy us all! Destroy us all!
All right. So the Gentleman's Club, I believe, is located. Oh, actually, it's one of those ones which is sort of stands proud out in front and basically doesn't let people in. So it's actually this building here.
Alright, and as we approach, I'm gonna ask Lord Weasel to scout around, see if he sees any open windows.
Are
Because the
you
front door is too inconvenient.
are you going to wait until you have an answer, or you just going to let him get on with his and then head inside?
We will walk very slowly so he has time.
All right. So this is actually one of those buildings where all of the windows are more um, painted shut. So
Tinted windows.
yeah, so you won't find any open.
Okay, uh, if I look, can I? He's going to look very close to any window. Can he see what's happening on the other side?
So a lot of the windows are covered or have something on what basically sort of stops it being you able to see him very clearly. The few rooms which seem to have no curtains drawn or something like that are empty rooms. They seem to be like upper floor bedrooms. One room looks like a study, um, but nothing too extravagant. Or well, it's a nice place, but you don't see anything of importance.
I scratch my chin. I don't see any openings from here. I scratch my chin for a moment, in and out of character.
Have we been invited in yet, or are we just outside the building?
I assume you're slowly walking there as Lord Weasel is flying around the building, having a look around.
Yeah, you're looking weird, just slowly walking. Like,
Nightshine, we don't need to look too conspicuous. Pick your pace up.
I guess we can.
Yeah, I mean, Lord Weasel will spot people coming in and out the front door, as well as around the back where there is obviously a staff entrance, and there is a sort of a more the door is more propped open, but there's a lot of people coming in and out because obviously it's to the kitchen, so it's very busy. So I would have thought he would avoid going in or approaching that sort of way.
Yes, he would, and yeah, I think he would come back to Nightshine and tell him what he saw just before they go inside.
So gives lots of squeaks and stuff. Well, in his own terms. Anyway, you guys head in. There is a rather large Antean bouncer basically standing there, and sort of looks down at the two of you as you approach the door, and sort of stands in the way, sort of waiting to see if you say anything.
I imagine I have the invitations, so I put it out and show it to him.
He looks. He gives a nod and gives it back to you, and opens the door.
Hooray!
And we enter.
All right, so you actually come into a very nice looking sort of open area. You've got like a reception desk, but you can see quite a long bar with very nice seating area. Most people around here seem to be obviously drinking or smoking. It's not like packed, but there's definitely a few people, some who are entertaining guests, and the odd couple of people sitting by themselves. You have somebody approach you going, do you have anything you wish to check in? Oh, are you guys wearing any obvious weapons on display?
Milk Thistle would have had his dagger on his belt, but other than that, nothing.
He get so. What about you, Nightshine?
Nothing on display, it's all inside his bag.
Yeah, that's fine. They will come and ask you if they can take your bags for you and check them in, as well as your weapons, sir.
I'll certainly give my dagger over, but I prefer to keep my bag with me.
I would ask if there's a problem with us keeping our bags.
It's considered untidy, sir. It wouldn't suit the atmosphere to be lugging bags such as that, and it does mess up your whole attire as well.
I suppose that's true. Yeah, very well then.
I
And
can
Milk
assure
Thistle-
you that no item has ever been stolen, or it's been stored here. Your equipment is very much safe.
I'm gonna roll sense motive.
Okay.
Like, I believe him. I don't think anything's gonna go missing, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah. I wish I was playing my thief, because now I'm just like, man, that sounds like a challenge.
As far as you can tell, he seems truthful, or at least he believes he's being truthful anyway.
All right. Yeah, Milk Thistle will put his dagger into his bag and hand it over.
Nightshine's gonna pull out his weasel from the bag and give the bag to the nice guy.
You will each be given a token with a number on it, and you're told to obviously come back here to collect your equipment at the end. If you forget to collect anything, you will have 24 hours to collect it.
Very well. Is Mayor Stoutheart here? He invited us.
No, I believe he is. He is scheduled to be here later this evening, but not at the moment.
What of his grandfather? Is he here?
Yes, he is here this evening. Sorry, this afternoon. I believe he is. I believe he is disposed of at the moment, but I can drop a word in if you wish to speak to him. I
Please.
would inquire, what business do you bring to his attention?
Personal business, but it is urgent.
And would he know of this personal business?
Not yet.
Um, I mean, if you are here to talk about those big rocks and politics, he kind of knows a bit about it. He wouldn't expect us to be here today, though.
I do not wish to pry into your business if you wish to keep it private, but is there something that I could say that he would understand the importance of who you are and why you're here?
We are envoys from Village of Town here on political business, and we need his attention as soon as possible.
I'll be sure to pass on that message. Uh, by all means, he gestures through the bar. Order a drink if you wish, and you may make yourself comfortable in the lounge. Um, but but do not wander too far around unless with invitation. This is
Thank you.
a private establishment.
All right, Milk Thistle will order some tea and sit down in the lounge.
You order tea. They go. The bartender looks a bit okay, as that's not something normally ordered.
Pussy.
And he will look to you, Nightshine. What do you want?
Got anything local?
Uh, are you? Yes, we do have some local drinks.
Give me one.
You are given a local ale that is brewed here.
Nice.
And as you guys sit down, after a little while, Milk Thistle's tea is brought out to him in a very fancy teapot, as well as a cup, and you also have a little saucer of milk with some very nice little sugar cubes as well.
Did they give him a doily?
Not quite.
Oh, Milk Thistle hasn't had milk and cream in his tea in quite some time, so yeah, he's feeling fancy today.
And you probably were given a selection of teas to choose from rather than just sort of ordering one particular tea. I get the sense they would give you a selection, and if you wish for more hot water, you only need to summon a server, and they will bring you more hot water.
Milk Thistle will choose a blueberry rooibos tea.
So you guys are left waiting a little bit, but I mean, you there's quite a lot of sort of individuals talking and stuff amongst yourselves. So you can try earwigging in other people's conversations, or you two can just sit and enjoy each other's company.
Milk Thistle is simply going to eavesdrop. He's going to sit and sip his tea and listen to what everybody else is talking about.
All right. Are you? Would your ears? Is there anything you would? Any keywords that would grab your attention more than anything else?
Local politics, trade, desertion, etc.
Okay, so definitely most people around you are talking about local politics. One of the big sort of discussions seem to be in regards to the sort of what was it? One of the first shipments of the stone from the quarry that has been reopened arrived not too long ago, and apparently more workers are being sent down to bring back more shipments a lot more regularly. As well as it does seem to be there's quite a big interest in people purchasing this stone to obviously help with restore buildings and stuff. And there's a few people sort of trying to get a slice of that pie, so to speak. So there's definitely some of that, as well as you can pick out numerous other people talking about other endeavours within the city as well. You get the sense that not all of them here are Southsiders. You do get the sense that there are some Northsiders here as well. But no one you can tell, no one who stands out to you at least, or you recognise.
Are there any talks of not incursions, but just threats in general, crime within the city, or any word of the demon specifically?
No mention of the demons. You can get the sense that there's definitely some questionable acts possibly being discussed, but nothing too outwardly bad, other than possibly people who lend money to others and might have to break some legs to ensure they get payment, type of thing.
Okay, so no eyes might shut nonsense going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where I'm going to check with Alexandrite and Bern to see if there's anything super fancy they are poking at or inquiring about.
Well, I was going to the Temple of the Sun Queen to talk to Scribe and see what's been going on lately.
I'm pretty sure Scribe, if I remember his personality, he is the Luminous Dragon, not a fighter, not a person. Okay, so he seems to be a little bit overwhelmed, given the fact he's left here, mostly running this place by himself. I think he's got one other here helping him. Was it Wanderer? Stoneface Pony? No. Was it White Tower? No, I think she sounds like one of those ones who would go as well. Okay, no, it's possibly just him by himself and some low-level serfs. So, having to run the temple, keep sermons going, and all that, he's definitely he is it him? Yeah, he's definitely looking like he's he could use some help.
Well, I'll definitely help since I got time.
Well, you're going to be drafted in helping him with like tonight's ceremony, preparing the temple, getting all the sort of little things ready. I mean, nothing unusual for you, and it's the sort of thing you would have done if you were here anyway.
Yeah, we're leaving in the morning, so I think that should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've mostly been preparing for this evening's ceremony.
Alright, yeah, I can definitely help with that. Darren, would you like to help?
Yeah, while you're helping and stuff, you can obviously talk to him and ask him anything about him, anything in particular that you want to try and find out.
I guess just any local goings-ons that I should know about.
He will mention that the festival went quite well, and it's anything what everybody could talk about for a fair amount of time. It definitely got everyone's spirits fairly high up, despite the possibility of a human army somewhere in Everglow. So that celebration's kept everyone's spirits nice and high.
That's good. And we won't have to worry about the army for at least a while. We have worked out a deal with them. And I'll go over the entire story of what's been going on that side.
Okay. There was something else you definitely mentioned, some other stuff you mentioned to you. Um, he will mention there does seem to they have seemed to be getting a few more ponies that come from across the dam over here, um, more than normal. So he thinks that there's a little bit more to and fro across the dam, and it's not as clear cut as it once was, but it's still not super good there. Um, he thinks that not everybody necessarily will come across the dam, especially those who look really poor.
Um, at least it's a start.
He did hear that one of the one of the local furniture owners apparently packed up his business one night and just left. No one really knows where he went. He just sort of packed up and disappeared.
Really, that is quite odd.
Mm. Yeah, very interesting. Given it was the same person who let us borrow that table.
I wonder if Milk Thistle might know anything about that.
Yeah. Well, you have to speak to him about that if he does. Is he here as well?
Yes, he is right now doing business at the Gentleman's Club in
Oh,
the South Side.
well, that's definitely a establishment that that you probably won't want to see yourself in. It's where the more questionable stallions of these two cities seem to do business behind closed doors.
Yes, that is why I volunteered to stay behind.
Uh, as the rumours are, every coin that flows through the cities pass through their pockets at some point.
Well, hopefully they don't get into too much trouble.
As long as they play by the rules, they probably would be okay. But I have heard people have gone in and disappeared. Well, hopefully they'll be okay. Anyway, we need to get all these candles set up.
Yes, yes.
Burnt, what are you doing?
Bird is gonna be he's gonna be asking around using diplomacy to see where exactly he could find uh any strong fighters or looking well, strong fighters in general that are looking to gain more experience on the field and to he was basically doing recruiting for for the Chaos Knights, seeing if there's anyone that looks like they would be very well ready for any sort of trials involving it.
Okay, roll me that diplomacy.
All right, diplomacy, blind.
No, because you've got to kind of know the results pretty quickly, no matter what.
Right. So public. Let me just change that. Public as well.
Let's see. Oh.
All right, so you definitely scare off a few people first of all, but obviously once people know that you're not planning to eat them and their children, people will soon start talking to you. And it becomes relatively clear fairly quickly that if you're looking for people who are looking for a fight or a challenge, the Blaze Temple is definitely the place to be. But apparently, most of them left to go and fight a human army that's coming to destroy all of Ponies.
Oh shoot! Out of character, I just realized they are probably incredibly pissed off.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh,
You took them to a
yeah.
fight and there wasn't a fight.
Yeah, you cock teased them.
You lied to me.
Oh God. Uh, I, I don't think it's wise for me to go to the Temple of Blaze just yet. Last thing I want is to be attacked on my own.
Well, they probably haven't arrived back yet, if they've even started heading back. Yeah.
Alright, in that case, Bird is gonna make his way down to the Temple of Blaze. Part of me is regretting doing this. And he is going to enter and look around, see who all is here.
There's quite a fair number of ponies coming in and out of here. It's the major temple on this side, and a lot of this side of the city tend to come in at certain points of various things. There are a few clear clerics around, none that you would say look like they're very high ranking. This particular temple is fairly different to the fact that there is a number of arenas that individuals potentially could fight in if they wanted to, but also areas of worship and other things like that.
Just had a thought. Sorry.
What do you want to do here?
So I am gonna look around for the stallion that I faced when we were here at the festival. The one that broke my katana. Is he still around?
I believe he was one of those who left.
I was gonna say,
Alright.
You have the young and old in this temple, the ones who wouldn't necessarily be taken to war.
I see. Does it look like there's anyone in the arenas right now?
Yeah, I mean the arenas are something which does happen quite often while you're there. It doesn't. It's not always like full combat people. Sometimes it's just two relatively normal civilians who just seem to be knocking two barrels of crap out of each other some of the time.
Bird is gonna roll a perception. Now I need to make this one blind after I open the sheet up.
What you're
Because
trying to
this could-
perceive.
He is trying to perceive on which of them stand out and which seem to be pretty not so much brutal, but mostly see if any of them stand out and see if there's any that look like they would work as members of the Chaos Knighthood.
Is this the civilians?
Yeah, we'll go with the civilians for now, and if there's any other fighters, like not like military-esque fighters, then I could do another perception roll for that as well.
Okay, so the initial sort of looking around, you're not, like I said, no one jumps out at you or stands out, but your little bit of time there watching, you do learn that people who are entering these arenas are settling disputes between each other, and whoever's the victor is considered to be the person in the right, whatever their argument is about. And if you go in and you are defeated, you have to accept your defeat and the fact that you were wrong.
All right, so can I tell what are? Give me a couple of the arguments or disputes, because I'm actually curious.
I mean, generally, most of them are just simple, like petty things.
Oh,
Like one of them would be like accusing somebody of cheating at cards. It could be any number of what people basically could complain at each other about. Your noisy neighbours, those sort of things.
you're talking shit on my front lawn.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they might be a bit more severe, but most of them are just small petty stuff.
Uh, all right, doesn't look like I'll find much on that. Does it look like there's any military figures here?
No, again, most of them left for a
Oh,
war.
all right,
Yeah.
all right, my bad.
We're
I'm
in the
sorry.
wrong city for this now.
Okay, sorry. That was it's been a busy day.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, the the Blaze clerics do look like soldier-ish, but like I said, they are the young and old, so they
Yeah.
aren't necessarily the sort that would. I mean, the older ones would have experience and stuff like that, but then probably not going to sign up to anything anytime soon. The young
Yeah.
obviously are still very much in their clerical training, probably, and still have some chin stubble to grow, so to speak.
all right. Yeah, he'll watch a couple more fights before heading off. Uh, there's not really much he could do at this point.
Unless you plan to pick an argument with somebody or wish to settle a dispute or ask the Blaze clerics about anything in particular about Blaze or any other thing.
You know what? It, you know what? Actually, as he was looking around, did anyone? Well, I guess a lot of people were, or a lot of the ponies here were looking at him kind of funny and weird.
You definitely catch people's attention, yes, with your armor.
He's going to point to one of the nearby ponies and go, "What? What? Is there something you want to say? Do you have a problem with me? If you have a problem with me, why don't we take it to the ring?"
The person who happened to be the closest to you just quickly walks away. Again, as
Really embracing that lawful nature of yours.
yeah, as as like I said, a lot of the people here are civilians, so most of them
Yeah.
don't want to pick a fight with you. And unless you do anything to basically piss off a Blaze worshipper, they're not gonna just randomly pick a fight because you start shouting angrily at people.
Oh, great. Oh, I could have done so much better on this. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do right now, so Bernd is going to head to the north side's market area, and he's gonna take a seat over at the fountain and just strum his shamisen a bit.
Alexandra, it's like, why do I have the feeling that Burns making an ass of himself?
Alright. With that side adventures, we will go back to the two individuals who are at the Gentleman's Club.
That's us.
Okay, good, milk.
Okay. Nightshine is going to just make one small question to the bartender, trying to make it small talk. Basically asking if the guy they came here to see comes here often.
He gives you a look and goes, "Not from around here. I take it."
Nope.
What do you know of the pony you want to in question?
I know that we did one job for him fixing that query, and we are here to talk about that again.
I see. Oh, what? He comes here a lot, yeah?
Right. Uh, Out of character, I was just trying to figure out if he lives here or not. I don't think I know.
You don't.
I don't.
But the bartender seemed a little surprised at your question. Is the best way to put it.
I can't. What about you? Do you come here a lot?
I work here.
Ah, my shine drinks.
Uh, I'm just imagining like the awkwardness of you two just sitting together in a gentleman's club, like.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
And in the meantime, I going to have Lord Weasel just looking around, see if he sees any places where he should not go, where I want him to go.
Well, the only places, I mean, there is obviously a number of places that is closed off, but the only one which is seeing a lot of traffic is clearly the staff area, where it has people coming in and out. There is an upstairs, which you can only guess leads probably up to the bedrooms Lord Weasel saw earlier.
Hmm.
At best guess, it depends on how far afield he's going and how much is he going to push his luck.
I guess right now I'm just going to whisper to Milking in Inferno. I'm starting to think we maybe should try to ask instead of stealing it.
You were planning on stealing it?
I told you multiple times.
I mean, I thought you were insinuating that you were intent on getting it. I don't think we need to steal it. At least not at this time.
Well, it's just quite valuable, so it would be easier to steal it than getting it fairly.
We'll have to play politics without a doubt. We'll have to offer something in return. He's not going to give it over freely. Or certainly not out of the kindness of his heart.
Well, we are getting one extra council member from here. I don't think he would mind bringing a gift.
So, after you guys are probably left to enjoy the gentleman's club for about an hour, at which point you will have a older earth pony that does share a family resemblance to that of the current mayor, the Southside mayor, will come and join you. Come and stand at you where you decided to sit in the in the lounge area, and he approaches you and goes, "Come and join me at my table."
Certainly.
As he goes and sits in what you probably would see as like the more sort of comfortable corner of the place that no one is sitting near.
Nice.
Milk Thistle will bring his tea and set it on the table.
Nice
Thank you
shine,
very
though.
much.
Oh, I just hope there's a big misunderstanding that he thinks you want to sleep with him.
Unlikely. Thank you very much for taking the time to see us. We've spoken with your son, Mayor Stoutheart, many times, but we never had a chance to meet you before. Do we know your name?
What business do you bring us, he says, completely sort of breezing over the fact that you've just asked him his name.
Hmm. Well, to get right to the point, sir, you have something that we need.
Oh, and what is it that I might have that you require?
Milkfist will look to Nightshine.
Nightshine is going to clear his throat. We do believe you are one of the Empress students, and you may have had an item from that place which we could use to rebuild the Empire faster.
Uh, an item from that place? You will have to be a bit more specific. There's been many places I have visited in my time as a student.
Well, I don't believe there's a proper name to it, but you should have a magical rock which lets you change the directions from which the teleporting stones go and come back to.
And which teleporting stones are these, then?
The ones which you guide to the flying castle.
I see. And what would I get in return should I give you such an item?
Well, we, I do believe you would be interested in getting a better name for yourself as you get a council member to join the one who already existed for a long time.
A better name for myself, how?
Well, you would be put in a better light, let's say.
I see. And what sort of better light do I require? Or would benefit from?
You would be helping to reforge the kingdom. We've recently had to deal with the human army that was invading our lands, and we've managed to stave them off by allowing them to annex some of our territory.
Ah, yes. How I had a pretty little mare come in and ask my help about that. I did say that I would lend a hoof. Did did that come to yeah. Did what I lend come to help?
I don't know what you are talking about, I'm afraid.
We also don't know which mare you're referring to.
Did lightning go in with disguise?
I don't believe she did.
No. Okay. So, he will give you a description of lightning, probably flavouring up her more pretty side, and probably being a bit sexist about the way he describes her.
That sounds like lightning.
She was definitely a strong personality.
She is a companion of ours. As far as what you lent her, she may have been doing some work on her own. Would you mind telling us what you gave to her?
Assistance in regards to gaining information on the on your army. Technically speaking, it would have been something that would have come up if you went to started fighting. So it technically that little treasure trove never came about.
I see.
But it basically lent assistance in some way, which technically was never needed. So,
Well, fortunately, we've been able to stave off the army for a portion of time. What we intend to do, sir, is to reform the kingdom, build our armies up, reunify the land under a single banner and a single ruler. And any assistance you could help us, any assistance you could give us would help us along that goal.
whose banner are you planning to unite us under?
The Queen's banner.
The Queen is dead.
She is, but we're going to carry on her legacy.
Well, it's hard to do so without an heir, and I doubt the memory of a dead queen's going to hold this place together, given that it didn't work when she died.
Well, the current political situation is Villagertown is going to be the capital once again. It is currently under the authority of the council members, but we will have a leader soon enough. In the meantime, the army that we have brought with us to fight against the humans is going to be marching through the land as needed. We're sending out word to the different cities that we're going to be reunifying the land. Those who choose to cooperate will be brought in peacefully and have security. Those who fight against that will have to be forced to it.
I see.
Mayor Stoutheart has voiced interest in cooperation, so the goings-on in this city should not change too much.
No, I'm sure it won't, no matter whatever happened. But who is the person who might be you putting your banner behind?
Unclear at this point.
Do you even have candidates?
I do.
Do share.
Lord Crystalheart.
Can't say it's a name I'm familiar with. Anyone else?
At this time, no.
Well then, it doesn't sound like sounds like you already have a single individual. What is this Crystal Heart's legacy or standing anyway?
Out of character, was Emberheart his grandfather or his father?
Yes. I want to say, yeah, it was father, because he had kids late, and he was going senile, so yeah, it would be father.
Oh. Lord Crystalheart is the heir of Lord Emberheart. He met with a very untimely demise, and so Crystalheart has inherited his authority as a council member in Villagertown. And he has since been growing up very quickly. Even though he is young, he has taken on the mantle of responsibility with full vigor.
Oh, that's a name I recognise. He was, his family was a noble, but they had plenty of coin about them. I think he was some sort of high up military. His whole family have been. I think they have quite an extensive collection of military equipment throughout Everglow's history. He's definitely not not what I would consider a first choice, but I suppose he's a choice.
He currently has command over the city guard of several thousand troops, as well as the militia and volunteers from the area who did go to the city to defend it. Now with the human army on its way out, they will need to continue to be trained and grow our army even larger. With that authority and that force backing him, he's likely to have a good stronghold on the city, and eventually the kingdom.
Wouldn't it be more suitable to potentially look at somebody who the Queen herself even was grooming to take her position, or one of their family members?
Well, no offense, but we would believe that this effort would take years, and For that, we would want someone young to lead the new empire.
Milk Thistle is rubbing his beard in thought as Nightshine says that. I would not be completely opposed to that idea,
Well,
but Queen's heirs have not been putting in the work to reform this kingdom. We have. So they would have to be an exceptional candidate.
oh, plenty of work's been done to keep many places running in together. I can't say about elsewhere, but it took great effort to keep this this side of Galloping Dam from collapsing in on itself. And I'm definitely probably a little bit too old to be running things, but my grandson, he could always grow to grow into a position if he's given the right motivation.
Mayor Stoutheart has certainly offered tremendous cooperation, which I have recognized, and he has shown a great deal of loyalty to our cause. Out of character. Oh, I know. I knew it was coming. However, I would be concerned about where his loyalties lie. The loyalty would need to be to the kingdom and to the people in this kingdom, not to those who have been working in the shadows, so to speak.
I mean, has he done things that have benefited this city and the people?
Well, sir, you've benefited the city. What have you done to benefit the kingdom as a whole? Do you have authority elsewhere that has kept the cities from collapsing in on themselves?
Me, personally? Well, we are all so very far apart that communication is, well, limited going elsewhere. But as you say, bringing people together takes time, and ensuring things run smoothly here did take its time. I'm sure other places might not have fared as well. I mean, it sounds like it sounds like the individual who decided to take on Vil didn't make it.
How would Mayor Stoutheart accelerate our goals?
Well, other than bringing everybody together for wonderful hugs, what else are you planning on actually achieving?
While peace and unity is an admirable goal, we quite frankly are not here for hugs and kumbaya. We need to forge a strong empire. It is going to be an arduous task, and we need someone of extreme power and authority in order to be able to do that. Currently, as we're speaking, Lord Crystalheart is taking on that mantle of authority and stepping into that position of power. While your grandson, no offense to him, he's not managed to even unify the city. In order for him to even be considered a candidate with the backing that we are producing, this city would have to be unified. If he can show the authority to take care of a small problem, then perhaps he could take care of a larger one.
I see. Well, I'll definitely take that under consideration, and we will see what he can achieve on your next visit, if you're planning to come by soon.
I don't think we plan to come back to this city ourselves.
Certainly not for a time.
Well then, I suppose we will see about showing that our hats may be willing, should options become available.
In the meantime, sir, in regards to the stone that will allow us to transport ourselves over this land much faster, do you have it, and are you willing to give it to us?
I definitely have that one of those items from my younger years, but that's very much part of my collection, and I'm not one for parting with my collection, at least very easily.
Then you do not simply need to give it away, just lend it to us. We're going to be doing the work that's going to be reforging this kingdom and making it stronger.
Wow, even lending such a valuable item should at least warrant some sort of payment or promise.
You do have to promise that we will remember it. Right now, we will give you the council seat, which we promise, but the council is just the first step, and we are clearly aiming a much bigger goal.
I believe I was. I believe we was already promised one of those.
We hadn't encountered whomever you sent yet. We don't even know who the counselor is that you've sent there.
Well, things
The
are current.
unfortunate.
Well, we wouldn't be sending somebody along to a potential war zone now, would we? If
Why wouldn't you?
well, with a potential human army in the way, it would be very dangerous to such important individual. But it sounds like things have calmed down greatly.
With respect, the time we needed another voice of reason was at that most pivotal moment. We sat down with the human general and worked out a deal, and whoever this counselor was absent for it. If they don't have the courage to face that kind of danger, why are they worthy of that council seat? Risks are going to have to be taken, and this empire will be forged with or without you. We certainly do want your help, but it's going to require that sacrifice.
He sips at his drink as he leans back in his chair, clearly pondering something.
Milk Thistle will take a sip of his tea, making strong eye contact.
You definitely get it in return.
There's still a chance for you, Alexandrite. All you have to do is make that choice.
Blaze would happily welcome you. Okay, bear with me. I've lost my trail of thought now.
Yeah, you're drinking tea, eyeing each other up.
Yeah. Where is he going with this?
Milk,
You
Milk
basic.
Thistle has issued a challenge of strength and bravery, and we're waiting for his response.
I don't think you're gonna get either from this guy.
No, hang on. We might.
I'm just getting a very worm tongue vibe from him.
Now I'm just trying to think of how he would respond to this, and there's a way he would, and I'm just trying to work out how to put it into words. It's going to take me a moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to wash.
I don't normally think like this, which is why it's not coming straight to mind. Because I'm just trying to go with my. I'm trying to stay away from my instinct because it wouldn't be that.
How dare you speak to me that way? Shlink.
Yeah, basically, or standing up and going, "I accept your challenge, and I will show you bravery." But that's definitely not how he would approach this.
Oh no.
Try to think in a Machiavellian mindset. You
Yeah.
know, this a battle of wits and mind, and your personality itself can be your weapon.
Yes, this is where I'm trying to get my head around, and I'm wondering if I'm too tired to think this, but bear with me a moment.
Most people will break eye contact for a moment, but keep a very kind smile on his face as he pours another cup of tea, and then he looks to Nightshine and offers him one.
Yeah,
Oh yes, I did finish my ale by now.
yeah, you
The-
you definitely would have done. I mean, you probably would have got another one if you wanted to.
Tea.
All right, let me just. All right, his agenda is to do this. Um, oh no, no, that won't be good enough. That's something he
It
can lean on. Okay. He goes, well, it is good to hear that the council has accepted us, one of us, as a position, and yes, they weren't sent immediately as that offer had not been accepted. But we will send our candidate up as soon as we are able to do so. But that sort of seals the previous deal that we've put in place. This is
Certainly.
a new deal you wish to make for a piece of my personal property that I do hold in quite high regards. Ah, and perhaps you can let it be known that the wait, no, I'm getting his name. It's Stoutheart. You've been given, isn't it?
That's the grandson's name.
Grandson,
Yes.
yeah. Then you can let it be known that the Stout family will. Sorry, Stout family and chosen of the Queen Iliana has lended assistance to the cause, and should you be asked who has helped, that we are mentioned with quite high regards that you couldn't have done it without us.
If you wish for simple prestige and honor, that is more than acceptable. But I'm sensing the undertones. You're angling for something larger. And since I've been very straightforward and honest with you, I would ask that you act so in return. What is your end goal, and what do you want in exchange for this assistance?
My end goal is my own personal agenda. I, with what you are, with what I've offered, is would earn you the use of my personal stone. If you wish to learn more of my personal agenda, then I would have to trust you a lot more at this point. But I'm afraid we are still strangers striking deals.
Well, then allow me to offer you this, sir, who is unnamed. if you wish for the heirs of the students of Queen Iliana to regain power and potentially be king, then here is something I would strongly consider. If Stoutheart were capable of unifying this city, as well as Silverdream, such an arduous task would be worthy of a kingship, in my humble opinion.
This city is doable. Silver Dream is not. You do not.
But a king,
Silver Dream has already always been independent, and even no student was foolish enough to try and lay claim when things started to fall apart. They are. They are one that stands with and alone from the old empire. They were always part of it, but operated independently.
if Mayor Stoutheart could change that situation, that would be incredibly impressive.
Even the Queen couldn't change that position.
Mayor
She-
Stoutheart is not the queen, and quite frankly, the queen died and failed. Someone stronger than her will have to take her place.
No, the Queen did not fail. She found a mutual, something that benefited everybody. And likely a deal that they will still be open to. But they
Well-
would likely not directly bow a head and allow a ruler than whoever is currently sitting at the top of that tower. But if we can get them on our side and ensure their support, that would be doable.
In the meantime, sir, we still are in need of that stone. Will you give it to us?
Do we have a deal?
Just to clarify, you want Stoutheart to be a candidate for king. I've issued a challenge for him to accomplish. And you want us to spread prestige and honor of the Stout name where we travel,
Yes.
to let it be known we were not able to accomplish reunifying the kingdom without them, correct?
Correct. And should should there be moments where names are dropped of who are helping, that ours will be the first that you mention, and no negative should be placed upon it as well.
Milkvista looks to Nightshine without objection.
I would ask you if you are really fine with giving him the first name. I think you can promise him second name in whoever helped the most here.
What do you mean first and second name?
I do think you do have a preference over someone else, but you are willing to accept this candidate too.
If Mayor Stoutheart can unify the city and can open relations with Silverdream once again, and maybe not have them bend the knee, but offer their cooperation, I will consider him the second candidate. In the meantime,
Sorry.
in the meantime, I will count this as not a partner. Is allyship a word?
Technically, I don't think so, but you can use it. I'm quite happy.
Alliance?
I'm quite happy
Alliance.
for you to make up words.
Alliance, yes. In the meantime, I will definitely consider this a strong reliance, and I will be speaking honestly when I say that the Stout family was pivotal in reunifying the kingdom.
Excellent. We will be sending a stand-in to represent us in your council, and we will have much work to do here. But be assured that my grandson will be more than up to the challenge. It will be it will be a hard road, I'm sure, but I'm sure he will be able to step up to such a thing. It's good to finally have something for him to properly strive for, rather than holding the line for the moment.
I certainly agree.
Honestly,
May
with
we,
this. Sorry, you go.
now that we have an alliance, may we please know your name, sir? Other than Stout.
That is all that everybody even here knows me as. I am Stout. But you can call me Mr. Stout.
Can I roll knowledge and ability to try to remember his name?
Yes, you can.
I'll do this. In fact, I'll assist.
Hey, can you assist?
Yes, I have a
No,
ranking knowledge.
it's a knowledge one. If you're researching, I will allow an assistance, but it is basically pure remembering at this point.
Okay, I'll just roll for myself then.
Yeah.
Uh, can I have Lord Weasel try too? He does have ranks in ability.
Technically, yes. I think that's basically how
nice.
familiars work.
Hooray!
I just want to say, like, I'm about to throw my name into the kingship here because of all these horrible candidates.
I mean, there's.
know.
I mean, there's nothing to stop you guys from picking yourselves as candidates. Just saying. I mean, burnt for king. All right, Milk Thistle, you have no idea at all.
Okay.
Literally none. um, Nightshine, you're definitely certain that his family line are kind of different, where uh, all the firstborn stallions had the name Stout, and that was kind of the kind of theme, or what kind of made that particular nobility family stand apart. I'm afraid you or Mr. Weasel is not sure on what his fine surname will be. You think it could be something relating to magic, but you're not sure.
Nightshine is going to take a sip from his tea. What a shame. I wish I could tell everyone the name of the pony who was so helpful to us.
Well, you can give him the name Stoutheart, uh, as as my grandson is the individual should be helping of the great Stout family.
I guess that's the name I'll give.
Well, you'll be able to show our mark as well. Now, do enjoy a couple of drinks on me. I will be sure to have the bartender send you something off the top shelf. Do either of you have any preferences for a particular spirit?
Just tea for me.
I wanna feel like death.
Come now. I'm surely you can. You would enjoy something a little bit stronger than tea.
I'll indulge a little bit. Your finest vodka.
And you? He looks to you, Nightshine.
I'll have vodka too. Vodka is nice.
Alright. He will leave you two to your discussions, and he will head through. He will head through one of the doors that's marked as private.
And Milk Thistle will speak in a whisper, also speaking infernal. Lord Weasel, you've been flying about a lot today. Have you discovered anything?
Uh, he will shake his head, but in character, am I far away from people that I could cast a spell and not get detected?
You might not get detected, but you may. Spellcasting isn't considered a subtle thing normally. Not without the right meta-magic or meta-magic.
I won't risk it, but Lord Weasel is going to turn to Milk and just shake his head. But he will point to the door that the nice guy just went out to.
Well, for the time being, I think we should respect the fact that it's private. We've managed to get what we came here for.
You guys will be given each a shot of vodka. A third one is placed down as well. And after about another sort of 10 minutes or so, the old stallion reappears with a rather nice looking box, and he places it down on the table.
And Milk Thistle is looking at this box with great interest.
He says, you can have the box as well, but I do expect all of it back, and I preferably without a scratch if it can be managed. He then it's not locked or anything, but it's got a little catch which you sort of just move to allow the lid to actually open up. And inside it looks like a very nice velvet looking cushion on it to obviously hold whatever's in there nice and secure. And it actually just looks like, at least from the first onset, it looks like just an ordinary stone. Like you've just randomly, like he's just found it randomly on this, out in the wilderness and put it in a very nice box.
I don't think you would be opposed to me detecting magic on this.
Are you going to detect magic, sorry?
Nightshine is asking to the guy. I don't suppose you will object to me detecting magic on it.
Oh, not at all. In fact, that is what you do need to do.
That will do. That will be what Nightshine will do for the next 3 turns.
Alright, so as you detect magic, as you obviously cast a spell and you start concentrating, is when you see hidden markings on the stone start to glow, and you're able to see a pattern on there. The pattern does seem to incorporate a number of various things. Clearly looks like the mark of the students of the Queen, and also bears a noble seal on there as well.
Fancy.
Yes. As for the stone itself, yes, it's magical, but it's only magical to the point like it's part of a larger magical object. So it doesn't really give you the full information. It only gives you that it's like it's a control part. That's all you would be able to work out. But given the fact that you kind of know how other aspects of it already works, you can guess what it does.
Nightshine is going to ask, would you happen to remember the magical words used?
You just need to speak of the place you want to go to.
Okay, and I'm going to blink as I think so.
Oh, you're
I
saying you don't know the names of each of the circles?
no, I'm afraid not.
Oh, so you need some more information, do you?
I do believe this is information which we could find elsewhere if you really wish to raise the price again.
Oh, you can still have the stone, as I promised, but if you if you do wish to know more, then obviously information does not come free.
This is not an appropriate time to nickel and dime us, Mr. Stout. We're going to be using this to reforge the kingdom that your grandson has the potential to rule. If you're going to assist us, then assist us. Don't cheat us.
I've not cheated you. I have given you exactly what you have asked, and you now come to the realization that you need more.
Not quite, I think this is enough. Milk, I think we're done here.
Very well. Mr. Stout, thank you for your assistance. We look forward to working with you in the future.
I'm
And
sure.
Milk Thistle will.
I'm sure we'll have an interesting relationship, and 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 hopefully you will come to appreciate my more businessman approach to things. There's always a price for everything, and as long as you come in with all the cards, then you have the chance to leave with more of the chips.
I'd much rather not gamble with the future of this nation. If we're going to be allies and working together, we should work together and share what we have. That's how this nation will be built stronger.
Certainly, and the gambling was merely a metaphor, as the more information you hold, the more power you hold.
Nanchan, you believe we have what we need?
I do believe we're done here, yes. And I've imagined I should be the one to hold it for now because I do need to figure out the names.
I agree. Milk Thistle will pick up his shot of vodka and he'll raise it in a toast to everyone at the table.
Then
Yeah, hooray!
he goes. Then with this drink, we seal our deal, and he will take his shot.
Milk Thistle will take a sip and then leave the rest in the glass.
Knife Shine is going to take one glove and finish it.
Roll fortitude.
No, I'm not going to be that mean.
Ah, he roofied you.
No, I'm afraid Nightshine isn't a very pretty-looking mare, so he's definitely not going to do that.
Ah,
I mean, he only tried that on with Lightning.
oh, well. I guess we are safe, Milk.
Milk Thistle will stand up and call to one of the servants to return our property to us at the door.
They will ask for your chip, so that they can do that.
I'll give him the chip 2B.
I give him the chip A2.
And they will prepare your bags, and they are ready to be collected at the front door.
And before we leave, Milk Thistle will take inventory to make sure nothing is missing.
Are you doing it right inside the place?
Yep.
You're like, I will look for my bag. You check through. It will probably take you a few minutes, but you will find that nothing is missing. And nothing is added as well.
Okay. In that case, Milk Thistle will take out 2 silver pieces and tip the bagman.
Bagman is very happy for a tip.
Ah, you paid for me too, thank you.
Since you're out of money.
Ah, yeah. I am a broke shine.
You are a poor penny.
As we're walking out, Milk Thistle will tie his dagger and his bag back onto his belt. We probably need to figure out some adventuring that will pay us, because we haven't had a payday in quite some time.
Welcome to our group.
Okay, I cannot think of anywhere. I mean, we can, if we are going to the dwarves, they do have some valuable rocks, so we may be able to find some jobs or stuff which we can use in there.
Yeah, another relevant question to ask Mr. Stout would have been, where are the other students located? But if he's going to charge for everything, we'll just have to figure that out on our own.
Well, we are aware that they each went to a major settlement, and apparently this one had two people coming.
Nice.
So does that mean the North City has one as well?
Uh, yeah.
Well, we do know that a lot of the North City settlers come into this area, and if they're all part of the same cabal, then there's a good chance he was there anyway.
We, I, I mean, Achan wouldn't notice, but you probably would. That North people are here, so you can assume there's South people in there.
Regardless, you have some research to do.
My main plan was just to ask the guys back in Village Town which used these, which would be Steel and Flawless Thunder.
All right, well, if you have a solution and we can make use of it, then we have a plan in place. I don't believe we had any other need of being here in Galloping Dam. We delivered our message, got the stone, I think we can leave.
Do you still want to go to the dwarves?
Yes, I think we do need to get the rail system in place. Because we're going to need to be building fortifications as well as transporting goods back and forth. So if the train is back online, they'll be able to ship stone much faster.
That is true. I,
Hello.
I think we should try to find the others, and maybe we can just leave tonight, if anything.
Well, we know that Swift Gadget likes to drink and sleep during the night, so we'll probably need to leave out first thing in the morning. Kick her awake if we have to.
Sorry about that. What did I miss?
Not too much.
Nightshine and I are discussing where we should go next.
Ah,
But we think we're done here, so we're going to catch back up with the rest of the group and discuss it.
yep.
Well, you could probably draw a good conclusion that they'll probably be in the Sun Queen's temple, as that's where you spent a lot of time when you were here originally.
Yep.
And you'll probably find at least Alexandrite in the process of helping the temple be set up for evening prayer. I'm guessing Burnt may have gone back and started helping, or would you have done something else?
Yeah, he would have gone back inside to help. Yeah, he's
Cool. I was going to say, hello, Lightning. I see you haven't jumped yet.
Yeah. I think as he's helping, Bird is gonna do a examination and see if there's anyone that sticks out.
I mean, you've only really got Scribe and a few, again, lower level clerics.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Yeah, Alexandra will see you looking at me like, you're freaking people out.
Any help?
Yes, but we sent all the soldiers off to Village Town, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
So I don't think you're going to get any willing fighters here.
Yeah, you guys made a point of trying to make sure all the best fighters you could get would go, and at the end you kind of like did a good push. So most of the people willing to actually fight straight away, like the sort of ones you'd be looking for, are not here.
Yeah. Oh man, the Blaze Temple is gonna be really pissed with us.
Evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Caden?
Have you come for Sunday Mass?
Honestly, if they would welcome me inside, I will sit and listen.
Uh, which thing am I supposed to ask?
Uh, I don't know, but it was something you found out and you thought, huh, I wonder if Milk has
Oh,
any...
right. Thank you. Milk. One of the crafters has apparently picked up and left shop out of nowhere. He was the one who offered the table for our meeting last time. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that.
Milk Thistle ponders a moment. I do know he lent us the table. I repaired it and returned it to him. Beyond that, I can't think of any reason why he would leave.
Is that the truth, or should I roll sense motive?
That is honestly the truth.
You should roll sense motive.
I mean, yeah, roll sense motive. Maybe you'll roll a 1 and think, you liar!
Yeah.
Sure, I think our relationship is that far gone.
Not everything is a conspiracy, Alexandra. There is such a thing as coincidence.
Roll that blind, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. And obviously, I will ask the person to roll me bluff if there is roll me bluff just in case of anything, even if it's true or not true, just so that the other person does not know.
Very well then.
To basically keep up the side of things. Because that way, because you both can know there's a hidden roll, but you don't know the full outcome, and if the
Yep.
Unless Milk Thistle is purposely hiding anything, he is telling the truth.
Alright. Well, just thought I would ask.
But,
Why does
He
that bring...
hated the table.
No, the table was well crafted and served its purpose.
It was an insult to table makers. He had to go.
I do know there was some concern regarding a merchant's guild. I don't recall the specifics, but to the best of my knowledge, he sold me a table and he offered a refund if I returned it back undamaged, and that was the end of our business.
Maybe it's something, maybe it's nothing. I just wanted to make sure that
Do you think this is worth looking into?
might be, but it's also a small town. He could have just found a lover and ran away.
Moved.
Wait, was this guy poor?
no, he's on the north side.
Okay.
No, we're the wealthy side. It just doesn't make any sense for him to pack up shop and out of nowhere.
Maybe he... what's her name? Blaze. Maybe he loves Blaze. And he wanted to make tables to fight the war.
I think you're pretty much stretching that.
Am I?
I believe you are. Regardless, we have what we came for. I don't believe Swiftgear will be prepared to leave until tomorrow morning, but we can leave as soon as the sun is up.
Wait a minute. Alex, how did you find out about this table guy?
I talked to Scribe and he mentioned it.
Can I talk to Scribe?
Yeah, Scribe's about. Looks like he's
Uh,
sort of running around with hymn sheets and placing them on chairs.
Scribe!
What?
About the guy who made tables and stuff. How f- did how long did you know him?
Uh, I, I didn't only know that he lent us a table and we sent people to pick it up and take it away.
What did we use this table?
Yes, it was for the meeting on the dam between the north and southern mayors and both heads of the temple.
Okay. It might be a stretch, but there is that shadow guy, and maybe if we can find out more about this table maker, just double check his home, see if we don't find his old rotting body in there.
Shadow guy?
Oh yeah, shadow guy. I think it's a guy.
Who's Shadow Guy?
Well, first of all, very rude of you to assume his gender. He may not be a guy, like I just told you.
You're
But
You're
Shadow!
calling him Shadow Guy.
What about Shadow
Uh,
Pony then?
Uh, well, but
Very
what if
strong
he's
of you to think he's a pony. He might not be.
Uh, Shadow creature.
shadow creature? Yes. Let's go.
All right. If you believe we should go and investigate the building, I suppose there's no harm in knocking on the door.
Yes,
If,
well,
if we're not doing anything for the rest of tonight, I would like to indulge in my paranoia.
well, I have to help out with Mass tonight, but other than that, I can help out later.
What time is mass taking place?
It will be taking place in, well, people will start coming in the next 20 minutes basically, because it will be starting in 20 minutes. There's probably crowd gathering outside. So you guys can mass will take about an hour. So at 7 o'clock you guys can go off and investigate if you want to.
Yeah.
All right. Let's attend mass. Alexandra, do you mind if I sit on the front row?
Go ahead.
Milk Thistle will sit on the front row. Center mass, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
All right. So the ceremony will take place. I think it's a relatively generic one, mostly telling people to obviously. The main theme of it is obviously people to strive to be the best they can be at what they do, and that's all what the Sun Queen obviously asks of you, is to try and achieve that. Find what you're good at and push yourself to be good at it, and to encourage those around you to do the same thing.
Be the best that you can be.
Yeah. Eh. That's the main one of the Sun Queen's things that jumps to the top of my head without looking up the book again, and also sort of like look towards brighter future, that sort of thing. So some very uplifting and positive vibes.
Milk Thistle will be smiling, but he'll stifle a chuckle.
Yes, it's all a bit too. Everything will be fine. Don't need to worry and just be the best you can be. It's definitely a big change to what you're normally used to.
Right. But it does confirm a lot of Milk Thistle's suspicions about this religion in general. All right. Well, he's not going to make a big ink in the temple, but he will approach Alexandria once it's over.
There's definitely singing what happens. Some of them of obviously the Sun Queen songs and what have you. But overall, it's a fairly good ceremony for ceremony's sake. But come 7 p.m., the ceremony will come to an end and people will start making their way out.
Did Milkthistle get any weird looks or vibes from the people attending the service?
No, not really. If anybody got any weird looks and vibes, it was probably burnt.
I think next to burnt, everyone's normal.
Very unobservant people, Alexandrite. Is this the common core message that is taught in your temple?
Generally so.
You as a paladin, you must have a very different philosophy in regards to knowing everything will be okay. You know that there are beasts and monsters that must constantly be destroyed or they'll destroy us. You fight them.
I do.
And since the Sun Queen empowers you, how can you adhere to that philosophy knowing that things are very different?
I know things will work out.
Things don't just simply work out. You must put in the work. You must force things to work out. Your sword isn't going around converting demons into angels. You know that they must be put down and destroyed. Your strength is tested every single battle that you go into. Things don't work out because of the work that you do. They don't happen on their own.
Well, I'm good at what I do, so I work to best improve myself in the areas that I'm good at. I'm following the way of my beliefs of being the best that I can be and helping others by doing my talents.
Do you not see yourself as separate and above the common worshiper?
Not really.
But you are. You're a capable warrior, a very powerful one at that, especially given a certain enemy. The common rabble that comes into this church is not capable of even looking at the things that you must fight.
Well, I mean, we've all started somewhere.
But they're not striving to strengthen themselves. For the most part, they're content to live a very lazy lifestyle. You don't have that privilege.
What are you getting at?
I'm getting at that there's no wonder why the Queen failed, that she was so closely tied to the Sun Queen. Queen Iliana and the god that she worshipped made the kingdom weak. They were not prepared because they believed that everything was going to be okay, instead of preparing for the worst to force things to be working out in their favor.
I'm going to say this once. It is very unwise to mouth off at a paladin's goddess. I suggest you shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
You are lacking in patience.
And you're lacking in manners.
Of course. But do not think that every single confrontation requires violence, young paladin. You can use your mind and your words to overcome many battles before they begin. I've tried to show you this many times.
Oh, I'm quite stubborn. Do you have any other business here?
No. But I did show the courtesy to step outside to have this conversation instead of in your temple. I hope you realize I respect you that much.
Take note of it.
Shall we be on our way?
I think you two should hug.
No, thank you.
For once we agree.
But if you can hug each other, how can you trust each other to protect your back?
No comment.
Alexandra, you need another follower of the Sun Queen to help back you up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm surrounded by all these fucking nightmare worshippers here.
Yeah, all of them.
I mean, just find us a Sun Queen follower and have your debate around them next time. Have them back you up.
Wasn't
Anyway.
Lightning supposedly converting?
What?
She she had talked about it. I don't think she made it official.
Yeah, I don't think there was. I mean, if it was going to be in brackets official, it was more of just paying a lip service to the Sun Queen rather than Kara. Um, I don't think she was planning to go through a whole I'm going to be blessed and baptized under the Sun Queen type of situation.
Fair to
Actually,
say.
I do recall her saying after being excommunicated from the Kara temple, she said, "I'm done with religion." So
Yeah,
she's not interested in converting anymore.
yeah,
Fair enough.
sounded about right.
All right.
She's becoming an
Night shot,
atheist.
Luigi.
I want to ask Scribe if he knows where the table maker lived, or if he knows anything about him.
He doesn't really know much.
Do you know a name?
No. I just know that it kind of just disappeared. It was a bit of a talk, but I can't remember his name. I mean,
Well, time to look into it.
I think he lived above his shop.
Can you point to his shop?
He points to Milk Thistle. Go. I mean, he purchased the table. He probably remembers.
It was in this area.
Yeah. I think the map's slightly different, so I think he would be somewhere kind of like. I think it was over this sort of area, to be honest, if I can remember correctly.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly where it was, to be honest. No, that's the blacksmith.
Yeah, I'll roll a diplomacy and ask around about that pony too, see if I got any other information that Scribe might not have known about.
Yeah, sure, go for it. You can. There's plenty of people leaving. You can talk around. So you do a bit of talking around as everyone's leaving the temple and stuff. Um, so what you seem to pick up is mostly sort of rumours and gossip. Um, there's some people who basically say that most people agree that he just seemed to get up and head out, not really telling anyone where he was going or what was going on. Some people were saying that apparently he come into a load of money and was going elsewhere. Some people say that he'd upset some sort of criminal organisation and they just got rid of him. Some people say he apparently knew something he wasn't supposed to know, and he was again made to disappear. There's even the odd story of that apparently some sort of monster got him and left no evidence behind.
It was burned.
Yeah. Well, lots of stories, most of them more believable than others, but
Yeah, no one seems to really know exactly what happened, other than he was there one day and gone the next, and didn't really tell anyone about anything.
Well, let's go to his shop.
All right. So you arrive at the shop. It looks mostly similar. I think the main thing that will stand out is there's probably a different name to the shop, but it's almost like somebody else is currently owning it and making use of it.
Well, knock.
Um, somebody will appear down, will come down what appears to be stairs behind the door, and open it up. You can kind of hear from up the stairs. It seems to be a bit noisy up there. It sounds like a load of kids basically playing and arguing and that sort of thing. And you have a not an old looking pony, but somebody sort of in their late 20s, maybe early 30s, answers the door and looks at you all and goes, "Hello, can I help?"
Yes, we would like to inquire about the last person who lived in this place.
Um, okay, I might be able to help. What do you need to know?
So, what was the last time you saw him?
I mean, I never really saw him. I only
How did
knew
you?
that,
Sorry, how did you acquire the rights to own this house?
well, he disappeared and no one knew where he is, and, well, the, he, it was kind of after a little bit, it was clear he wasn't coming back, so the city put the building up for sale. And I was able to get a bigger shop and somewhere nicer.
How long ago did you
ago?
purchase?
Sorry, go on.
How long ago did you purchase it?
Not that long ago, only 2 weeks or so. Only just got the sign up the other day.
So, it must be, from the way it's sounding, you got this 2 weeks ago, so... How long ago was it that he went missing? Was it like 3 weeks to a month?
It was a bit ago. I can't say exactly when.
When were we last here? Out of character.
The running of the dam, I think.
Months
Yes.
ago, I believe.
Last time you were
Yeah,
here,
so-
running to the dam, what was about a month ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it couldn't have been that long between when we were here and when this guy disappeared.
In this calendar, a month is about 6 weeks.
Okay, so
Well, we are trying to find out if something may have happened to this last person. Would you mind if we take a closer look to your home?
He looks back up the stairs. Kind of bad time at the moment. We're trying to get the little ones to bed. I mean, if you want to look in the workshop, you can, but I prefer it not to have people traipsing through my house. I mean,
that will do.
there wasn't anything. Well, there was nothing odd. I mean, there was some of the furniture they left behind, but obviously that came with the place.
Were there
We
Oh, sorry.
tools left behind?
Most of them were gone. I think some were left, or at least ones that may have been easily missed if somebody was packing.
Okay. What were you asking, Nutshun?
I was just going to say, I only would like to take a look around your home and the first floor, if that's okay with you.
The home on a different floor. Did you say what?
The first floor.
The first floor. Oh, so the ground floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You have to bear with me because us English use ground floor, first floor, second floor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's crazy.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah. He was quite happy for you guys to look around the shop.
Yeah.
Okay, Nightshine's going to just cast detect magic in every single place he can detect magic.
So you kind of cover the place with detect magic. You're not detecting anything magical except for the party members.
I guess
We're
there's
gonna be
a,
using perception. See if you can't find anything out of the ordinary or something that doesn't look like it should be there.
All right. Burnt starts looking around, and as he looks into one of the more sort of darker corners, gets his face covered in cobwebs, and starts coughing and spluttering around as his face is attacked by cobwebs.
Oh God, spiders.
Milk Thistle will use Spark to burn away the cobwebs. Pick them off at the corners so they fall to the ground.
Thank you. Ugh.
But
And
your searching doesn't prove very fruitful, Bert.
Yeah, I kind of figured that with the description you gave.
this place is covered in dust and cobwebs, and it's been abandoned for a long time, likely longer than the place went up for sale.
Well, Bert more went into sort of like behind some of the older stuff and basically got a face full of cobwebs. Most of the
Gotcha.
surface level where you would obviously utilise the shop is very much looks used and stuff to move around, but if you sort of like move some of the older stuff and go further back, you start finding some older stuff.
I have some cobwebs in my.
Milk Thistle's going to roll perception to look for signs of any kind of movement or scuffle, like dust being disturbed or furniture out of place before we start moving things around too much.
Okay. So the area does show like lots of scuffs and movement and all sorts of things around on the floor and stuff. Dust wise, there isn't like masses amount, but I mean there's areas where you've got like where like wood shavings and stuff would have basically fallen to and collected over basically time of crafting, and or wind might have blown it to like various places. I mean there's some of that around. Some of that looks disturbed to a point, but nothing what makes it look like it will be anything sinister, just that it's been disturbed.
From what I know about this place, is there like a back entrance?
Yeah, there is. You've got the main entrance where obviously the people who come in browsing for furniture and stuff, and there is a back entrance which does lead out into like into the garden area or the greenery area behind.
I would like to check out that area because, like, if you want to kidnap someone or something, like that would probably be the way you go.
The back door, as you obviously go to walk. Are you walking through the building and through the back door?
I was going to go around.
No, that's fine. So yeah, you go around to the back. The garden or the greenery area isn't enclosed. It kind of just opens up onto the greenery area. There is a small, a little bit right by the building which is paved, which basically is their sort of area to make use of rather than anything being open or to the public or anything like that. So it definitely looks like the family here are making use of it. You can make out what looks like some toys that maybe young colts and fillies would you play with, and something for them to hang up washing and that sort of stuff.
Okay. I guess I'll just do a general perception to
Yeah.
see if there's any like things that should not belong.
Okay, go for it. You look around out here, nothing really catches your eye that stands out as odd or is something to be concerned about.
But yeah, I don't have a really good perception, so I probably just call Milk in to have a better look.
Milk, my pony eyes are crap. Come and use your goat
Milk,
eyes.
I need your detective vision.
Alright, so Milk has a look around and is a slightly better detective to the point where he actually looks further afield The only odd thing you can really tell is a bit further away near one of the other buildings. It looks like either there's just a patch of grass which seems like it's worn down a bit. Either like been something has been there for a long period of time, and obviously some of the grass has started to die off, or either somebody's been doing something in that area, either standing or working or something like that. But that's really the only thing that kind of stands out.
Is milk muted?
I do not.
Yes, I.
Okay.
That's why my questions weren't being answered, but that's okay. Uh, the how large is the area the grass is folded down and dying?
Um, it's about a 5 foot area.
Does it look like it was pressed down by a building? Like, are there sharp corners where the grass is?
Not by a building. Either a potential object or a person. It's hard to really tell. There doesn't seem to be any hoof prints, but there doesn't seem to be obvious signs of like the corners of a heavy furniture or something like that. It's
I'm
possible
going.
somebody might have tried to cover it up, other than obviously the fact that somebody's been there.
I'm going to roll survival to see if I can determine what was sitting here, or at the very least, the size and weight of it.
Go for it. Alright, so throwing in some more of those detective skills, um, you can determine that it was more likely to be a creature of some sort, given the fact that if it was a like piece of furniture or something like that, there'd probably be more hard edges, where this one it seems to be more rounded, so covering more of a circle area rather than anything square. Obviously, there's a possibility it was a circular object, but the way the grass has been flattened down, it doesn't look like it's been done evenly. What would have happened if, say, a round weight was put down there, it would flatten the grass in a very even pattern. This doesn't seem to be even, so it looks like whoever's been in this area might have obviously moved, shifted a little, that sort of thing. You're looking at
Am I
definitely.
cutting out or is it still?
Oh, is it? Am I cutting out for anybody else?
Steel is fine for me.
Yeah, still's coming through clearly.
Okay.
Okay.
You would guess if it was a creature, you're looking at about adult pony weight. But there's no obvious hoof markings, but you can definitely tell somebody has gone to an effort to cover it up. There is clear signs that stuff has been erased.
Had to remember how to spell scene for a second. I got it.
It could be that someone spent a lot of time watching him from here.
Can I determine how long ago this area was messed with?
You think it was some time ago? Is obviously it's starting to show signs of like regrowth and stuff like that. So you couldn't put down an exact time, but it's definitely not recent.
Can I roll knowledge nature to know if the plants were removed and then they grew back?
Nothing looks like it's been removed. It's just been flattened.
Going into that spot, do I see anything that I probably wouldn't have seen from another angle?
So you stand there.
And you fall through the hole.
No hole falling. So you look around. You can obviously see the house and the workshop. One thing that you will notice is that standing here, no one can really see you from the street. It's probably the biggest thing.
Milk
Um,
Thistle is going to detect fiendish presence. I know it's been a long time, but I'm going to see if there's any residue.
you are not
Uh,
detecting any fiend unless Alexandrite has something to tell us.
hmm. Uh, hmm. I don't think this would. I have the feeling that this won't really do much, but Burned is gonna cast Detect Chaos on the area.
Oh, does that work like the Paladin's one? Because the Paladin's one
Yeah,
requires you to
yeah,
focus on something.
yeah. He's gonna focus on the area that Alexandrite
You
is
focus.
standing in.
Okay, you focus on the ground because that's pretty much what
Yeah.
you can focus on. You are not detecting anything.
Nightshine, Alexandrite, we all scan this area as well.
All right. I guess I'll detect evil on the ground below me.
The ground is so evil. No.
Yes.
I
Grass.
detect magic.
um, other than uh, other than Alex being magical, you're not detecting anything.
Are there. Okay, the. Other than the area looking like it was attempted to be covered up, is there any way of determining what direction this supposed creature left in?
No, I'm afraid not. It's been far too long for you to be able to work out anything like that.
All right.
Alright.
So,
It could have been evil robots.
yeah, potentially anyone who is standing here could not be seen from anyone from the outside. So,
But what
perhaps
what would the connection be?
one of the rumors was he might have pissed off someone who had power. Perhaps this was something to do with the underground.
Ground or maybe Bird kinda goes in and thought of it. Maybe he pissed off the Northern Mayor.
I would not pull it past the Northern Mayor to do something like this. Or, sorry, Southern Mayor. Northern Mayor probably is too busy to actually doing her job.
Hmm. I'm sensing this as a red herring. We unfortunately just don't have enough to go on to continue pursuing this. Unless
Yes.
something else in the area. We do know something was here, but there doesn't seem to be any evidence of foul play, just that the previous owner had to leave quickly.
Yeah. Chances are, if there was any clues or anything that you could have investigated, it's possibly been too long to try and pick it up again.
Maybe somebody knows which way he was traveling.
Uh, it's clear that no one seems to no one knew where he's gone, as that's definitely not
Yeah.
something what people have been saying.
Alright.
Wilkethel scratches his chin. I can possibly find out some more information, but I will need to retrain my spells after I rest for the evening. So we will have to wait.
Yes. Well, thank you for at least putting up with this. This is just my home, and I would rather not strange things go on afoot if I can help it. But I understand we have other business to attend to that is more pressing.
And bear in mind, even if I do find out something relevant, we will need to be focusing on the dwarves.
Of course.
The only exception I would make is if we can indeed find a lead to the demon being connected to this. That would be the only reason I would want to pursue this further.
Well,
That was actually
there's a chance that the people who made this wanted to spy on us, and maybe that's why they took the place of the table maker.
I was sort of thinking that you were the last person to, I believe, talk to this table maker before he vanished.
What did happen to the table?
Not there
We
anymore.
returned it back.
Well, as I said, the table was damaged by the cleric of Blaze, so I mended it back together
Yeah.
and had the temple servants return
Yeah, she stabbed it with an axe.
it.
Does anyone have the locate items? That might actually help.
You're funny. I do not.
I have locate portal, but I'll have to prepare it.
Did we see the table inside the workshop?
You did not.
We set up the table. Oh yeah, we didn't see the table inside the workshop, but I mean that could be, you know, made to look like he just took it and moved out.
I mean, he might have always sold it before he left. Who knows?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe the guy that now resides upstairs has it.
Well, a table that big, I would assume that it would either be a dinner table or, yeah, probably just a dinner table.
Yeah, it's definitely not the sort of thing you would want to. If you're that sort of business, you wouldn't keep for yourself. You would definitely sell it.
I want to go back inside the workshop and try again to see if whatever tools he left there.
I mean, there are mostly tools there now, which obviously potentially belong to the new owner. But it's just that the fact that you found a few cubes that have been a few tools that have been discarded, almost sort of left in sort of places that you wouldn't expect tools to be.
Yeah, main problem is we're a little too late on this crime scene. We might have to look at if the count guards actually found anything when they checked it out. But
Well, if this is all we can do for now, I recommend we go back to the ship to rest for the evening. I will prepare my spells at midnight and cast them in the early morning to learn what I can.
thank you.
Sounds good to me.
Let us head back to the ship then.
I just have one idea. Okay, so we have these tools here. Which one can we tell which tools are not here that should be here?
Not really, like I said, because the new owners come in and obviously started to make use of the workspace. The tools that you would expect in this sort of workshop are technically there. So, but they obviously, the ones he's got share a similar sort of design, where some of the discarded ones you found in sort of more hard to reach spots have like different handles compared to what this other pony has.
Hi, Chime. Do you have the goggles on you?
I do.
Do you think you can learn anything if we put them on and you look at these hoof prints, or potential hoof prints?
Yes, no?
Also, I said yes. Also, I think my internet is cutting out.
Okay.
Then perhaps we should do that. We can at least maybe find something out.
Alright, Nightshine, do you wish to put the goggles on and start experimenting? That's a yes, I see. Alright. So, placing the goggles across over your face, you do feel the sort of slight sting to the side of your head, and they begin to boot up. So, what exactly are you focusing on?
I think we might be losing them.
Yeah, I'm thinking that as well.
Yeah.
No, Nightshine, come back to us. We need you.
It is almost about quitting time. If we don't get Nighttime back, do you think we should call it?
We can do. It'll give everyone a week to have a think about how they want to investigate a month-old crime scene potentially.
Yeah, that's probably fair. If Nightshine's not able to return, we could probably call it. I did want to cast the spell and get what information I could before we ended the session, but we can wait a week. I was going to cast Ears of the City and focus on the previous owner to see where he might have gone.
Uh, I
So,
think I'm back.
oh,
Hello.
Hello.
All right, so that's what I would like to do before we end session today, because I'm really curious.
Uh, I said yes. I do want to use the goggles on the thing.
okay. What was the thing?
Hoof prints. Or
Or the,
The
The ground where you saw somebody standing, potentially.
yeah.
Okay. You start looking at the ground and take
question mark damage.
6 points of non-lethal. Oh, damn it! I did it blind. Taking 6 points of non-lethal damage as you get told things like grass, ground, dirt. A very scientific name for grass, and a few other different types of plants that it sees there, and you can kind of focus more on any particular one thing if you wish.
I'm going to try to focus on the depressed ground.
Okay, so I'm going to go with like kind of the dirt with that one. You can't because that's a part of the thing. So you focus on that. You get sort of a bit more in depth, a bit more information in regards to it doesn't just describe what it sees. It kind of starts to indicate other things like obviously more in depth information saying like depressed grass, indicating growth of obviously new types of grass, indicating small creatures that are also in the area, but like ants basically. Um, um, you obviously trying to focus on like trying to pick out. It can tell you that the ground has been obviously disturbed, but it's not able to pick out any tracks or anything like that.
Can it determine the weight of the thing that disturbed it? Or like the general size and weight, you know?
Can I?
You can. So do you want to try and do that?
I do want to try. I don't expect to succeed.
Okay, cool. So you think about that, and the goggles do stuff, and you take when it stops another 6 points of non-lethal damage.
Right.
Um,
Uh,
you see it kind of like do a weird sort of it kind of gives you an overlay and gives you kind of like a blob indicating potential weight and stuff, and it gives you sort of the weight of around about 200-ish pounds. Right? No, more like no, sorry, more closer to about 300-ish pounds because yeah, that's about the weight of ponies, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it indicates around about that sort of weight, but it seems to sort of vary from slightly lower to slightly higher, which kind of incorporates the sort of weight of both Unicorn, Earthbound, and Pegasus, really.
and I do think it's safe to assume that a pony would weigh less than that huge robot.
Oh god, yeah.
ninja cleric thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That thing would definitely weigh. A pony would definitely weigh less than them.
Probably, but maybe not a deer. This could have
Yeah.
been the other one.
We still have the one that escaped from Via Town running around somewhere.
Yeah, but that one's the robot one, so that might weigh way more.
And as far as we know, we don't know that Shadow ever did anything against anyone directly. He just gave out the information we got, so I do think it's safe to assume that what happened here is not related to them.
Okay. Thank you for checking.
Yes.
Do you need healing, or do you think you can sleep that off?
I can definitely sleep it off, thank you.
All right.
I'm assuming you removed the goggles at this point.
Before that, I remembered I wanted to check the funny rock. I'm gonna do that.
Which
Which
funny rock?
Uh, the one we found in the collapsed building inside the Queen's retreat.
Oh, okay. You look at
Oh,
funny rock.
thought you meant the rock we just got today.
Oh, I don't think it'll help with that.
That's fine. That's that's where my mind went first of all. So you look at a new rock. It tells you it's a rock. It tells you what type of rock. You focus on it a little bit more. It starts giving you its sort of more chemical makeup, and you can get like the exact sort of composite, its weight, height, and and basically what's possibly made out. It's different layers. It picks out there's a little bit of like cement type stuff, which obviously helped it hold together with the rest of the building when it was constructed. Is there anything in particular you're trying to aim for?
Uh, if it was made with a material which is not commonly used.
Seems, based on the information you're getting from the goggles, it seems to be made from pretty common material. What you would expect a stone building to be made from.
I do remember there was some letter on it, or what looked to be a strange something.
Oh, right. Sorry. I know what piece you're talking about. I thought that you was talking about the a bit of random bit of stone from the building. You're on about the odd metal with the writing.
Yeah, the blood one.
Okay, Jesus. You actually be able to identify part of the writing, and it is able to basically extravagant it out as a ruminant word.
Which one?
What would it be? Pressure.
I'll make the joke. Hope. It's just an S.
Uh, do I remember anything with pressure on the bomb we dismantled?
Not that you recall.
Okay, so, oi, pressure. All right, this doesn't help, but
The metal does seem to be an odd. It doesn't describe it to you in your language. Well, you read it. The word doesn't make sense because there's no pony equivalent. This is clearly a ruminant word, so you don't know what it means because there's no direct translation for it. For what type of metal this is made out of.
and just in case, does this look like maybe something which people who really like rocks would appreciate to get as a gift?
It's entirely possible. I mean, definitely a metal which you can't identify might catch people's interest.
Uh, uh, yeah, I think we can use this as a gift for the dwarves then. Now, there is one thing I don't expect to help, but I wanna look at Bard.
Okay. Um,
Uh, Bard, remove your helmet.
okay. You're wearing it for a bit longer, so 8 points of non-lethal.
Kaza.
I
But
well,
Bard, let me see your face.
Burn is not with us, but
Oh,
I'm guessing he wouldn't have an issue with letting you see his face. As I mean, he obviously kept it covered up in the first place, but he was quite happy to reveal his face later on.
is
So,
there in is there any like a database based on him? Because I know he Rominets met him before, so maybe they wrote down a record about him.
oh, okay, it's back. Burn, would you remove your helmet so Nightshine can look at you with the goggles?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, he'll remove his helmet and let Nightshine do his thing.
So as you look at it, the kind of words what come up would indicate Fae, um, living creature. Um, it'll pick out the colours of him. It picks out the fact, obviously, he's wearing armour below. Obviously, you're focused more on burnt. But all you really get is Fae, unknown type.
Okay.
Database need updating.
I don't think I need it to anything else, so I shall remove my goggles of brain damage now.
Okay.
I knew Burn was Fey.
Um, before you
Eh,
do remove them, you would take another bout of non-lethal just before, which is only 7.
yeah, so
Uh,
Bernd is gonna put his helmet back on. Go. What'd you see, Nightshine?
You have a bit of a headache.
well, uh, I saw nothing, which I guess it's good enough.
Oh, there would also be information indicating that he was injured as well on his face. And it would give like a indication it was like a burn injury, and it gave you some slight medical advice on how to treat it. Which again didn't really make. There was some wording in that didn't make sense because it was saying to apply something, and you noticed the words regeneration in so many days.
Hell's Tropicana cream.
You need to apply water twice a day.
What? I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
He just sort of blinks. What Huh, that was a thing. He just yeah, he sort of just looks at Nightshine very confused.
Were you planning on seeing something else than Burned?
I just wanted to see if they had a record on you. And they don't. Hooray!
Yeah, and he lowers the visor of his helmet down and he's like, this is quite an interesting journey.
All right. So I'm guessing with that, people are going to obviously head to bed and have a rest. But somebody wanted to do something at midnight before we end our session.
Affirmative.
All
All
right.
right. Where is our ship? Is it parked in the field outside the city or on the river?
I believe you parked it on the river to make it a bit more convincing.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll head to the river, reboard the ship.
We'll jump off the bridge to carry on traditions.
Yeah, I mean, as far as more you guys were planning to come at it by the river, just to do that. I don't think you were trying to. I don't know, unless you didn't really care about disguising it. We're just going to park it outside.
I guess we flew it in, but parked it on the river anyway.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. Alright,
Okay.
so you get on your boat, you row over, and get back on it.
And Milk Thistle will go to sleep in the late evening time, wake up shortly before midnight, do his ritual of dancing and singing. And then once his spells are prepared, he is going to cast Ears of the City, and he's going to focus strictly on the pony who sold him the table to try to figure out where he is. And this spell allows me to roll perception instead of diplomacy to act on gathering information.
Yeah, so it basically it acts like you're gathering information without going around actually gathering information.
Correct.
It says will negates. Who did it target? The target of the spell sees and hears a stream of past information and pieces of. Right, it looks like you have to touch the thing you want to gain information on by the looks of it.
What?
Well, it says range touch. Target is one creature. The target of the spell. I suppose no. You can. Hang on. The target of this spell sees and hears a stream of past information. Okay, so no, yeah. So you can touch somebody. They then see a streams of past information of conversation related to local people and events. Okay, no. It means you can cast it on other people. Ignore me. I'm being an idiot.
I touch my.
Yep, you touch yourself. Flash is so brief, possible to identify individual people or places, but when the target concentrates on a particular topic or individual, she can place together a coherent narrative told channel voices in mind. Each round for the duration of the spell, the target can take. Okay, so. So it's more basically the stories of everybody around the city sort of throwing information at you, but it's given to you in a sort of cohesive manner. Okay. You would get soon after the because the meeting took place like a while before, like the celebration, if I remember correctly, and that was the last time you actually had any interaction with him, if I remember correctly.
Correct. The final interaction was I had the servants return the table, and then I went there to get a refund. He inspected the table. I told him it was great craftsmanship, it served its purpose, and to thank you for doing business with him.
Okay. So, with that, you get sort of like some people mentioned that they noticed he was acting a little bit odd, but no one really elaborates on it. They just sort of seems that his shop wasn't open as much, and he never seemed to be around too much. The disappearances seem to coincide roughly around the sums, the galloping of the dam celebration, as one of the flashes is somebody commented on the fact that his shop wasn't open or anything like that, and no one had seen him for that day, that type of thing. Then again, more sort of like shops not been open for a while. Then obviously people go and have a check-in because somebody had an order waiting and they were supposed to deliver on it, and obviously they didn't. Guards going in, and then that's when sort of all sort of stories seem to spread out, and all sort of rumours seem to indicate. You get some information that hasn't been picked up yet, that apparently he had family in Bristanlux, or and some people saying, oh, he must have just gone off to get away from it all and go and see family, as well as all of the other sort of mix and matches of stories and stuff that you're getting, like obviously owes people money, disappeared, creatures ate him in the night, but you would also actually, what did you roll? You rolled, yeah, you should get. You also would get that some people would mention that apparently he was having financial problems, but again, no more real elaboration on what they sort of financial problems or who with or like that. Again, that's more part of rumours.
Okay. Is that all I get?
You can, because you can keep it up for a number of rounds per level. So you can try, like, I think you can focus on like other points as well if you want to.
Okay. How many rounds did I take up getting that information?
Technically one, because this is basically the equivalent of you spending 1d4 hours talking to local people, and that's the sort of thing you would get from local people in potentially that time for that role.
Milk Thistle will concentrate on the gentleman's club we were at because earlier in the evening he had overheard ponies talking about having to break kneecaps to get their money back.
So you're focusing just mostly on the gentleman's club.
The gentleman's club, and to be specific, mentioning of the carpenter in the gentleman's club.
Oh, okay. You have to roll me another perception check because it's a different thing. Alright. This one there seems to be a lot less in regards to whispers or of the flashes you're getting. The only major thing you're only really getting that the gentleman's club is obviously run by those of wealth, and they seem to have many fingers in many pies, and they've been known to hand out money to others, and will generally do things to encourage repayment. It's never been known that they kill someone because a dead person can't repay you, but they have been known to potentially hurt people or loved ones to encourage people to pay. That is about all you're going to get. Nothing particular on the carpenter.
Okay, so since there's no mention of the carpenter there, it's probably safe to assume he didn't have financial troubles through them. So the next round I'm going to focus on the Southern Mayor's office. Yeah, I'll spend a round concentrating on him.
On to do with any particular subject or just the Southern Mayor's office in general?
The Southern Mayor's office in general regarding the missing carpenter. So I'm trying to focus in places where he might have been in trouble or had dealings that led to him missing.
Nothing really seems to come of it. You're not getting any information. The only real flash you would get up is it's only really because I don't think even he mentioned anything about the table at the meeting, did he? I can't remember if the Southern Mayor mentioned anything about the table in the meeting, but if he did, you would probably get like flash of that, but nothing really else.
I don't recall him mentioning
No,
anything about the table.
no, nor do I.
Okay.
But if he did,
Yeah.
then you would get like an indication of that, but nothing more in regards to anything. Mostly
Maybe we're
being
too focused on the carpenter at this moment. Maybe we should check out some other things that were going on around the same time.
Okay, I'm going to concentrate on anything regarding a medium-sized creature sleeping in the backyard, where we found the depression in the grass.
okay. Um, medium-sized creature. Okay, so you've got a few things. You got basically a few people say they've noticed somebody odd in in between the buildings, the neighborhoods, like something lurking in the shadows. Um, there's even some obviously talk of homeless people just sort of standing around in the alleyways. There's even some indications of doppelgangers coming in, replacing people, and they hide in the alleyways, waiting to grab you and replace you. Is it doppelgangers? Yeah, it's doppelgangers for the pony ones what do that. What else would you get? No, not anything in particular about that area, other than it can be a lot of people come in and out of the area, given how close it is to the arena. So you see all sorts around there, especially when there's a fight on. And the last one, and the last time any sort of lots of odd people were in the area were on the running of the dam, when there was something going on in the arena.
Okay.
And that was odd that the shop was closed at the run of the dam, right?
Yeah, I mean, the shop being closed isn't too odd given the celebration.
That was the last. It was kind of.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. I've got 4 left. Where do y'all think I should look to?
Maybe.
Maybe anything odd that happened during the run of the dams.
Yeah.
Right, because
Actually-
all we're getting right now is rumors, nothing solid. Not even in regards to his financial trouble.
Remember, this is based on talking to people in the streets and stuff, so.
Right. I'll look to the northern town hall to see if there was any mention of him in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean there could be a police report or something.
Yeah, you get people saying that the fact that most of the talk around sort of a pony going missing around that area. Apparently, the mayor ordered an investigation, but wanted to keep it quiet. You also have you also get the odd word that a few people think that the mayor knows more than what the official story is, but no one is saying anything more. And what else? And you also get the fact that he just up and gone, left most of his work there, other than what appears to be most of his tools and a few smaller pieces and personal possessions. The rest of it was left. Um, and a few rumours around the fact that his place, when it went up for sales, um, went up for relatively cheap, and as well as they were surprised who purchased it, as they didn't think of who got it would have been able to afford a place like that. As
That is actually interesting.
as apparently he came from over the other side of the dam. That's where he originally lived and worked.
Okay.
Maybe we ask about the person who purchased it now.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
All right, let me get this last sentence in. A Southern citizen moved from across the dam, and I've got notes in regards to him not being thought to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
All right, and let's see. That was round. Was that round 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3,
I
4.
think that was round 5.
Okay. So round 6, I'm going to concentrate on the pony who we saw, and I'm going to concentrate on when he was in the south and he was about to make the purchase, how he came about it, and who he bought it from. Like who? I'll tell you what. Round 7, I'll ask about who got the money, but for now, the circumstances of when he was living in the south and purchased the building.
He seemed to be somebody who was doing well for himself in the south side. Well in the south is very different to well in the north, and was making okay money. Um, he made good stuff, but given his location, um, it wasn't getting the prestige that it probably should deserve a little bit. As there's definitely lots of people commenting that his stuff is far too good for this area, and stuff like that. The other rumours or other things you get is apparently he come into a load of money. Some people say you also get flashes of like he borrowed it, or he or somebody says obviously a relative loaned it to him, or a relative died, and that's how he got a lot of money all of a sudden.
Very suspicious.
Okay. Um, all right, round 7. I'm going to concentrate on who received the money that the guy who currently owns the property pay it to.
Money went to the northern city. Um, the the purchase was what had it been? The purchase was done through the mayor's office. Very much all official, paperwork sorted, everything like that. So all that seems to be like normal above board. Got a lot of indications, and obviously people who would confirm that. Um, he was in person, and had basically a written thing from the bank to indicate he could afford it, which was then given to obviously the mayor, who would be able to use that to transfer the funds to the city's coffers, basically.
Maybe we should. I'm sorry. You.
No, it's fine. Carry on.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we should see if we new person was in the gentleman's club, then who with? So,
That's a good idea.
So what is the question?
I guess if the new shop owner was in the gentleman's club prior to owning the house, and who with?
Okay, just using logic, if he only recently came into the money, actually, no, that is a good question because he may have had to go to the gentleman's club to get the money.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to concentrate on the current owner of the building. If he was at any time in the gentleman's club.
No. Um, there's no indications of he was in there, but there's rumours his wife was.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was my final question. And all of a sudden, new interesting.
yeah. Like,
That's okay. We've got a lead, but unfortunately, it's not really tied into the mission. I guess we can decide whether or not we want to pursue this, but I think getting to the dwarves and getting the train up and running is more important.
yes,
Yeah,
sadly,
sorry.
yeah, sadly, as much as I would like to see justice be served, I think dwarves are probably more present right now.
Yeah,
This can wait. Like,
what we should do is deal with the dwarves first and then go after the new leads on this.
I mean, the case isn't going to get any colder, so.
I do have one question.
Yeah?
If I cast teleport, thinking of the airship, would we teleport to the airship independent where the airship is?
Yeah, you would. As long as it's within range of the teleportation spell.
So we could ask Swift Gadget to keep flying the airship over there, and when we are done here, use the teleport scroll
Ah,
to teleport to the airship.
you do need to have an idea where the airship could be, because obviously it's to do with like locations. You can picture the airship, but you kind of have to picture the location where it is. Because, for example, if you shoot off, you might not land on anything. Like in thin air, like in the middle of the sky, falling down to the ground type jobby. Because if like being off by a small amount means you are like near it, but near something similar to it. Near something similar to it is obviously near sky.
I might survive that, but
So do bear that in mind. That you can picture it and you can picture it going through and you can have a vague idea where it might be, but there could be consequences if it goes wrong. And those consequences are, oh god, we're all going to die.
I mean, there's reasons why I have a push and a feather fall.
Yeah, if there's a good chance you could drink it before you hit the ground and go splat.
Featherfall.
I think you can cast it as a reaction, which will save you. But I think after the first casting, everybody else will be 1,000 feet below you, so out of range. Oh no, or does Featherfall only kick in when you're about to hit the ground and slows you down?
I think normally it's an automatic thing, but like I said, I have a potion of it, so I have to reach in my bag and drink it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's possible it'll work, but there are some negative aspects of it if it goes wrong.
Man, part of me is just like I kind of just want to do this investigation side plot now, but
I mean, there's always after we deal with the dwarves. Like Steele said, case can't get colder than a 3-month-old turkey.
Well, it's only a month-old turkey at the moment, at least.
Yeah. Well, either way, it can't get colder than it already is.
Well, we will leave this mystery here, and you guys can decide next week what you kind of want to do. So it gives you a chance to sort of talk it out if you want to in the chat, and you can work out exactly what you want to do and where you want to go from here.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, we will end our session here then, and we will see what you guys get up to next time.
Good game, everyone.
Good session, everyone. No one important died.
Yes.
That we know of.
Goodbye, stream.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.